Soldier Field in Chicago, Fox Television Sports presents the National Football League. Today, the expansion Carolina Panthers take on the Chicago Bears. Bears come in right in the middle of the pack in the NFC Central, 2 up and 2 down. The marquee game today, Green Bay against Dallas. Chicago must win to stay within a game of first place in the very competitive Central Division. And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. Well, the Bears, as we said, Jerry, 2-2. Dave Wanstead says they're a better team this year than last year. What do you think?
Well, in every category except one, I think they missed Raymond Harris. Raymond Harris would have been over 50% of their offense. Running, catching, he could block. Now all that pressure's on a rookie. Can that rookie play as good as the rookie did last year?
Now, rookie's a Heisman Trophy winner, Rashaan Salaam. And he's a good one. You think he's going to be the key to this team?
Well, he has the attitude. He wants to be good. But so far, I don't see that Heisman Trophy. I don't see that finishing the play. That's what he's got to do today.
Carolina comes in winless in their first 4 games, although last week, Jerry, they played a pretty good game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Had a chance to win that football game. And if you want to root for somebody, the Carolinas have a running back named Derek Moore. He's been cut by 3 teams. He went to 3 colleges. He had to go to a college at the end of his career to get another year's eligibility. And what he's going to do today is light up this expansion team, that we can quit calling them an expansion team and just call them the Carolina Panthers.
Well, there's another big story in Chicago is the Bears in Chicago welcome back their legendary defensive end, Richard Dent.
And welcoming back to the Chicago Bears, number 95 from Tennessee State, Richard Dent.
Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois, with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. John Casey set to tee it up. He'll go deep to Nate Lewis for the Chicago Bears, and Robert Green is ready as well as the Chicago Bears, who had a bye week a week ago and coming off a 34-28 loss to the St. Louis Rams, set to do battle with the Panthers. And here we go. Nate Lewis, who is second in kickoff returns a season ago, takes it, and up the middle he flies, going to the 30-yard line. And Chicago will begin it right there after the gain of 25 yards. Eric Kramer, ACC Player of the Year, undrafted out of North Carolina State, a strike player for the Atlanta Falcons, went to Detroit, and Jerry signed here last year for over $8 million.
And feels much more comfortable this year. Last year, he didn't know the offense. He didn't know where the dump-off was. This year, he feels he knows it, and that's why he's playing so much better.
Chicago lines up, first down and 10 yards to go at their own 30-yard line, and it goes to the rookie Rashaan Salaam, who got a block and tried to cut the corner and gets out to the 33-yard line as Carlton Bailey from the linebacking core makes the first stop for the Carolina Panthers. Let's talk about the offensive line. Heck at the left tackle, Perry the most consistent player, Fontenot is the Iron Man with Lewenberg and James Big Cat Williams. Just carrying the ball was Rashaan Salaam, picking up 3. Carter coupled with him in the backfield. Graham and Conway having a terrific season, and the tight end is Keith Jennings. Gain of 3 on the previous play for Salaam. Second down and 7, and Salaam once again takes it by the 35 and near the 36, and Sam Mills makes the stop. This is the only 34 base defense in the NFC, and on that line, as you see, Mike Fox, a big acquisition from the New York Giants with Williams and Greg Craig, the former Chief and Denver Bronco. The linebackers, Connor, Bailey, Mills just made the tackle, and Lamar Latham. And in the secondary, Tyrone Poole makes his first start today, one of 3 first-round picks with Maxie Terrell and Tim McKyer. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Bears. 3rd play of the game from their own 36-yard line. Robert Green in the backfield. Green gets the call, has to get to the 41, and he gets the first down. Good read by Green as he was reading on that right side of the offensive line.
And Robert Green's the back. He'll be the back when it's 3rd down and long, like you saw there. And what the Bears haven't been doing as good as they did a year ago is run on the 3rd down. So they came right out, sort of like last year, 3rd down, not going to throw it every time, going to run it once in a while. And he will only be in on the 3rd down.
There you see Dave Wanstead, and now his 3rd season with Chicago. He was 7-9 year 1 and 9-7 with the playoff team a season ago. First down and 10 from the 41-yard line for Kramer, and he gives it off to Salaam, who digs his way to the 45 and picks up 4 before he's brought down by Sam Mills. Rashaan Salaam As we said in the open, you think he may be the key to their season.
He has to pick up for the loss of, an outstanding rookie a year ago. The guy has to get it going. Right now, he doesn't look like everybody wants him to look. He's a first-round pick, and he's just got to get it going. All the other backs got injured.
And the rookie a year ago was Raymond Harris, who broke a collarbone in the second play of the season.
And he was a fourth-round pick out of Ohio State. And here's his #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner's got to get it going like he did last year.
2nd and 6. They get it out to Tony Carter, and he's got a first down to the Carolina 47-yard line. Tyrone Poole makes the stop, pickup of 8 yards as Carter gets the first down for Chicago, and Carter is down at the 47-yard line. This Chicago backfield can't take more beat up right now because they've lost Green before, and now he's back today, but they've also lost Lewis Tillman. We just talked about Raymond Harris. I mean, they had lost 3 starting running backs in the first 3 weeks of the year.
They do have the option, though, Kevin, if the fullbacks are to go to their 2 tight end formation, where they only have 1 back in the backfield. And that's an option that they may have to employ if Tony Carter can't get up on his own.
Carter is down. Injury timeout here in Chicago with a scoreless game.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chrysler and the all-new Chrysler Town & Country minivan, the ultimate. By the NASDAQ stock market, the stock market for the next 100 years. And by Pizza Hut, home of stuffed crust pizza.
One of the great cities in this country, Chicago, Illinois, with Jerry Glanville, Kevin Harlan, the Bears. Watch Tony Carter get off under his own power. So he is now on the sideline. Salam by himself in the backfield with the first down and 10 from the Carolina 47. And the handoff once again to Salam, who digs his way and finds very little room as Darian Connor shut the door.
Chris Gedney on that play was trying to block the outside linebackers. You said Darian Connor, and that didn't work.
Carter is up and walking around. They were looking at his head, testing his neck, and here is the shot that was put on him.
He's got the ball on the bootleg. Watch the rookie, head on head. Hello. Hit him right on. That's the first tackle for Tyrone Poole as a starter, and he had to greet that play.
Bears in the midst of the 7th play of their drive. 2nd down and 9 at the 46 of Carolina. And Kramer throws incomplete at the 41. Looking for wide receiver Curtis Conway, who's had a scintillating start so far to the season for the Chicago Bears. And he drops it, and it's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Another good job by Tyrone Poole. Here's a rookie first start. Got his hand in there. Got that ball out of there. Took it right away from Conway. Pretty good job. They thought he was ready to start, Kevin. They hadn't played him. They said it's time he contributes.
Double wing. Bears now go to a 4 wide receiver set on 3rd down and 9. Kramer throws, almost picked off and incomplete. Pat Terrell made a diving attempt at it at the 28. And the 4th-rated quarterback in the NFL, Eric Kramer, throws the incompletion. The Bears will have to punt.
They had a covey off to the left as you're looking at it, so they could everybody branch out. And the receiver just stopped, Kevin. The receiver didn't keep on coming, finishing the route. Makes the quarterback look bad.
High draft pick Todd Sauerbrunn, who has had a very staggering start to the season, will boot it away for the Bears. This one takes it a hop to Sauerbrunn, but he gets it up high and gets great hang time on it. And Eric Gullifer gets the fair catch, a 33-yard punt, but Jerry is down to the 14-yard line. So as Walter Payton looks on, the Chicago Bears give it back to the Carolina Panthers.
And this, of course, is Walter Payton, my all-time favorite running back. I think you judge all running backs by what Walter did. I never, ever heard the word potential used. Nobody ever said he had great potential. They said he played hard. And I've always judged backs, Kevin, compared to this guy. I never saw him run out of bounds. I never saw him take an easy way. I love that guy.
By the way, Walter Payton has been working with Rashaan Salam, giving him some tips on running. And Salam, the very eager student, has been listening to every word said by the legendary Payton. First down and 10. Collins with a little play action on 1st and 10, and he's short of a receiver and wide, looking for the former Buccaneer and Lion, Willie Green. Top-rated passer in college football a season ago. Kerry Collins looked pretty good last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Stands in there like Roman Gabriel. He absolutely doesn't flinch, doesn't care who's following around his legs. He made a bad throw there. That was supposed to be a stop comeback, and he made a bad throw on the first play-action pass.
face second down and 10. He's got a double tight end set from the 14-yard line. Collins, and he'll give off to Derek Moore, and he finds very little room, and up the middle, Vincent Smith and Jim Flanagan making his first NFL start, number 99, plug the gap. The offensive line for the Carolina Panthers today. Two rookies on the left side, Brockermeyer and Garcia. Whitley Elliott and the former Chief Derek Graham finish off the line. Moore just carried, coupled with the former Bear, Bob Christian. Green and Carrier, the wideouts, and the former Buffalo Bill is the tight end, Pete Metzelaars. It'll be 3rd down and 11 in a scoreless game. 6 defensive back for the Bears. Handoff. Vince Workman, the former Green Bay Packer, picks up a yard, and the Bears defense heard from early as Kevin Minifield got the first lick on him.
Absolutely no place to go. They were hoping that the Bears would be in an all-out pass rush, doing an arm over and penetrating, but they smelt the trap and shut the thing right down. Nice job by the defensive line of the Bears.
So Dent was in there for the first time, and punting now will be Tommy Barnhart. Do you think Jerry may be as good a punter as there is in the NFL?
When he was with the Saints, I thought his hang time and the way he boomed him, he was the premier punter. They let him get away, and he's back home in his home state of North Carolina.
Just saw Jeff Graham, who's one of the wide receivers, and this setup is going to give the Bears a good place to begin things, although it takes a big kick, and out of bounds, it's Graham from the 30, and he's out to the 37-yard line, brought down by Carolina. 6-yard return, 54-yard punt. Both teams have had it once, and both teams have punted here in Chicago. A scoreless tie here between Carolina and Chicago. Folks, next week it's exciting NFL doubleheader action when the Bears take on the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cowboys battle the Chargers, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area right here on the Fox Television Network. Chicago begins it for a second time, punting on their first possession. Now they're at their own 38, and they'll have it 1st down and 10 yards to go. We saw a lot of Rashaan Salam, who they really want to see him become the workhorse of this backfield. Carter is back there with him now. And it's 1st down and 10. And the pitch out goes to Salam, who is whacked as he takes it out to the 43. It's a nice game of about 5, and Sam Mills is there to stuff him. Now for McDonald's game break, let's go back to James Brown in Hollywood. James?
Hey, Kevin, the one bright spot for the Eagles, their rushing game. Take a look at Charlie Garner. He shows why they are 6th in the NFL in rushing. 55 yards for the score. That's the opening drive for the Eagles. They lead the Skins 7-0. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Charlie Garner, a high pick a season ago out of Tennessee, and then broke his ribs early in the season, was ineffective most of the way. There's a 2nd down and 4, and an effective run by Rashaan Salam to the 47-yard line. Lamar Latham, the former Houston Oiler, with the grab.
And he got good yardage after Carlton Bailey hit him. Bailey hit him right in the chest, had him in the sternum, and a good job by Salam. Keeping going, had good body lean. He looks better today, I think, than he has all year. Watch his back. This is called a flat back. There it is. His back's on a 45-degree angle. He's running with a flat back. He's covering himself up.
Well, Salam has seen a lot of movement so far. He does get the 1st down on that play with the fake to Salam. It's a pass to Tony Carter, and Carter close to a 1st down as he works his way to the sideline, out of bounds at the 41, picks it up, gain of 11 on the play. Tony Carter, undrafted out of Minnesota a season ago.
And right back in there, you saw early he got dinged a little bit on a bootleg reception, but he must be fine. He's right back in there making another good catch.
Wannstedt, who is a coach that's known for his defensive coordinator skills here at Chicago, and before this with the Dallas Cowboys under Jimmy Johnson, is really focused on offense since he has become the Chicago Bears coach. There's a 1st and 10 pass by Kramer, going deep, has time, looking for Conway. Touchdown Chicago.
And a touchdown against Tyrone Poole.
He beat the rookie.
Beat the rookie, but I thought the rookie was in good shape. I think he can't get down on the rookie. I just think it was a real good catch. He went up and took this one away. Nice job by Conway. And you got to look back at, a year ago, nobody liked Conway. I wondered if he's ever going to be any good. And he's starting to grow up. So you can't give up on these youngsters.
Conway makes his 4th touchdown reception of the season and the 9th touchdown pass by the NFL's 4th-rated quarterback, Eric Kramer. And the extra point is up and in by Kevin Butler. Well, there probably isn't a great deal of surprise. They would put the speed of Conway on the rookie, number 38, Poole.
Number 38, watch his eyes. He's looking in the back. Now he knows he's turned. He's got a little out and up. Now you got to run, but he gets in good shape. And they both jump for it. I went with one hand. The rookie, Tyrone, left his left hand on the hip of Conway. You got to get both hands up. Watch it. See, great job by Conway. He went up with 2 hands, and Tyrone went up with only the right hand and left his left hand on the hip of the receiver.
It was hard to see if he came down with it, but Kramer knew right off the bat, hey, if my guy's going to jump up like that, he's going to normally lasso a pass like that.
A good job by Conway, and I think he's getting better and better. And you know, when he first started out, he started out so slow. I wonder if he's ever going to be any good.
A lot of scoring by the Chicago team, Jerry. They have started the season with 4 20-point games so far. You got to go back to 1985 to find such a potent offense with the Chicago team.
I think that's because they've gone with Kramer at quarterback. I don't think they can get that with Walsh, but with Kramer, they have the chance to open up, throw it deep, and if he takes his little short ones first, then them long ones will open up.
And you saw that last year.
Oh yes, I thought last year, you know, everybody was judging his long balls against somebody else's short passes. Now you're seeing a quarterback that has the ability to push the ball down the field.
33, Butler Benote awaits the kickoff from Todd Sauerbrunn, a high draft pick out of West Virginia. And they have been working on him during the bye week to get his confidence back. Sauerbrunn has really been struggling. His kickoffs were good after the first week. He had 2 touchbacks, but not one since then. And this will be short of the end zone at the 5. Butler Benote, the former running back from Ohio State, weaves his way to the 29-yard line, and that's where Carolina will begin it. A little bit better field position than the last time they had it. Well, folks, late night Saturday is about to get funny once again. Beginning October 14th, nothing is sacred and no one is safe. Get ready to laugh because Mad TV is coming to late night Saturdays right here on Fox. Saturday at 11, 10 Central, here on the Fox Television Network. Beautiful view of downtown Chicago. You see that facade, you know where you are, don't you? With that.
There's only one stadium with that.
Absolutely. With his second possession today from his 28-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. And Howard Griffith, the former Los Angeles Ram, takes it. Ron Cox trips him up. A short gain on the play. He's second down and long.
Penetration so far by the Bear defense. They are penetrating, knocking the running down. And they got, you know, 3 yards back there, Kevin, making it tough on the backs.
A lot of speed, Jerry, on this defense. Maybe the fastest we've seen in a while here in Chicago.
I think if he could trade speed for size, he'll do that every time. He'd rather have the faster guy rather than the bigger guy.
Second down, 11 to go. Collins winds up and hits Pete Metzelaars, and Metzelaars tumbles to the 38 or the 33-yard line where Vincent Smith brings him down. Vincent Smith, by the way, today is dedicating this game to his brother, Junior Robertson, who was killed in a car crash last week. And of course, it's been a tough couple weeks for Vincent Smith, fined by the NFL $12,000 for the alleged late hit on the Rams quarterback Chris Miller, and then his brother passes away. So there's a lot of emotion built up in the Chicago linebacker today. 3rd down and 6. Chicago on top 7-0. Collins pressured and leaves the pocket and throws a first down pass. It's caught by Carrier, and Carrier takes it inside the Chicago 45 with a nice pickup of 27.
Good poise by the young quarterback. Little Roman Gabriel there, standing there, looking everything over. Doesn't like it. He moves out to the outside, not afraid, not scared. Sticks the ball right in there. We interviewed him last night. It's a great kid to talk to. I said, what do you want to do in the offseason? He says, I like to travel. I want to go travel.
6'5". He looks like a linebacker.
I know, 6'5", and he's a weightlifter. I asked him about his weightlifting so that, you know, all the hitting he's going to take won't affect him.
First down and 10 run, and it goes to Derek Moore, the former backup for Barry Sanders up in Detroit, and he works his way to the 39. Vincent Smith with his second tackle today.
There's Derek Moore. When you got Derek Moore, you got a guy that's full speed on every play. You got a guy that absolutely will never quit, will never surrender, and he'll fight everybody every down.
You drafted him in Atlanta, didn't you?
We drafted him in Atlanta. Worst thing we ever did is, I think, when I went out for lunch, they cut him. When I got back, we lost a good player.
Looks like he tires in the second half, though. But He had the training camp out with San Francisco. They let him go. And then the day after Barry Foster was cut by Carolina, they signed Derek Moore. Picks up 6 on first down. His second down and 4. There goes digging again, nears the 36-yard line where he met Marty Carter, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
And Derek Moore, I think, is a credit to anybody that's not having things go good for you. He's a credit to, I don't know, I'm not having a good day. I haven't had any luck, because this guy hasn't had any. But you got to root for him, because he'll just keep on coming back, find another team, just keep on playing. If you had a whole team full of those guys, you'd beat everybody.
Panthers struggle on third downs. As you can see, before last week it was 19%. It's up to 29%. So they got a 3rd down and 2 at the Chicago 37-yard line. Collins, pretty good time. And he's got the first down pass completion. Good catch by Carrier. It's a pickup of 7. Collins stuck nicely in the pocket.
And it really opened up for him. You'll see the most unusual. They have regular people. They have 2 backs, a tight end, and 2 receivers. Usually you have different. And watch the guy right there open up from the outside. Just a flanker curl with the tight end going through in the back on easy high school pattern, but it opened right up.
See a lot of different mixtures of this offense too. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And mixing personnel. Right now, for instance, they have 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends, 1 back. So they're putting a whole bunch of different formations on the field.
Down and 10 run goes to Howard Griffith, and Griffith cannot be brought down until he reaches the 24. Marty Carter, who is the leading tackler for the Bears, and linebacker Ron Cox.
And Wolford came in at the end, and he got a surprise. He was coming in to clean up to help bring the running back down, but the running back may have won this. Remember, you get your pads down, watch his back, get your shoulders low. There's his shoulder. Low man wins, and he knocks Darnell Wolford, turns him right around.
Joe Pendry is the offensive coordinator for Carolina. He was here in Chicago last couple of years as the running back
and
coach.
He was at Kansas City, and people know he's a hard-nosed, tough guy. He believes in running the football.
From the Chicago 24, second down and 3. Here comes Moore again. Moore, who busted one for 53 yards last week and a touchdown, finally brought down by Carrier after a 15-yard gain, sprung free by the right tackle, Derek Graham.
Derek Graham out of Kansas got the block, but the whole key is this number 20. Here's a guy that ran out of eligibility in the NC2A, so found an NAIA school just to keep playing. Watch this guy. This guy, hang on that ball, too. Look at him knock him around. Knock the safeties backwards.
How many colleges?
He went to junior college, and then he went from a junior college to NCAA college, then he went to another one, and then finally ended up at a NAIA college, Northeast Oklahoma State.
Good-looking drive by Carolina. First and goal at the 9. 9th play of the drive, and Moore stacked up this time at the 10. Hit once by Spellman and again by Jim Flanagan.
And there's the key. You don't run to the Bears. You don't run to your right, the Bears' left side. Watch Oh, look at this. Here's where he was. Albany Junior College a year. Troy State for 3. Northeast Oklahoma for 1. Cut by the Falcons. Cut by Detroit. Cut by San Francisco. And here he is now running against a Bear defense.
Last week he gained over 100 yards, 123 to be exact, against Tampa Bay, and it was the first 100-yard rushing game in the history of the Carolina Panthers. Second down and goal, ball shoved back to the 10. 2 tight ends in for Collins. It gives off to Howard Griffith, and Griffith spurts free and works his way to the 2. Donnell Wolford chopped him down. Nice move by Griffith. An expansion draft pick. He's from Chicago. Came from the Rams a season ago.
And running to the Bears' left side is a hard way to earn a living. You got Alonzo Spellman over there, and he can play the run. Most people would rather come back to the other side, run at Thury or run at Zorich, but they're going right into the meat of the defense, right where it's hard to gain yardage.
Some kind of drive put together by Carolina. Over 6 minutes on the clock. Third and goal at the 2. Good fake by Collins into the end zone, and a little bit wide for wide receiver Mark Carrier. It's incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, and they're going to try for 3.
The fake was the same side as the throw. That's unusual. The play fake went to the same way he was throwing, which was to the quarter. He's going to fake this way and then try to throw out there. So it's not a true bootleg, and it's to his left. He had to get his body all the way turned around. He had his feet the wrong way, and it ended up a real bad throw.
Well, one of the top 3 highest paid kickers in NFL history, John Casey, who has been very accurate inside 40 yards, will try a 21-yarder and try to put Carolina on the board. And the former Denver Broncos swings it through.
The Bears 7, the Panthers 3.
So Carolina on the board with 3 on the 21-yard field goal. Chicago still on top, 7-3.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered.
Gino's East of Chicago. Boy, is that some kind of pizza.
Deep dish pizza. Unos, duos, and Gino's. You can't go wrong in any of those places.
A lot of O's.
A lot of O's in the pizzas. I love Chicago pizza.
41-yard touchdown pass by Chicago and a 70-yard drive, which results in a Casey 21-yard field goal. So here comes John Casey's subsequent kickoff. And under it, Nate Lewis, who is in the Falcons camp, drops it there at the 7, picks it up, and squirts up the middle. There's a flag thrown as Nate Lewis takes it to the 40-yard line, brought down by the former Oiler, Bubba McDowell.
The best returns the Bears have had. They just got this guy not to catch a ball, not to be a receiver, just to bring back those kickoffs.
There's a penalty on Chicago. The Bears had not one single penalty a couple weeks ago against the St. Louis Rams, and they are the least penalized team in the league.
Holding by the receiving team during the return. Number 25, it's a 10-yard penalty, first down.
And going against the number 4 least penalized team. The Panthers are also playing squeaky clean, but for the Bears to play an entire game without a penalty. Watch the holding. Here's 25. He's got him on the cage, got his hand down, doesn't look bad. Man, oh man, where is it? Where is it?
Keyshawn Johnson, who was with the Bears and then Green Bay and Detroit. Now he's back with the Bears again.
What's happening is every time you shove a man down the ground, they think you got a hole to get him on the ground. I didn't see the hole.
Here's a 1st and 10 run by Rashawn Salam out to the 22-yard line. Mike Fox and Lamar Lathan meet him right there. Getting some blocking from up front. Speaking of blocking, he was the blocker for Tony Dorsett when he played at Pitt. Dave Wanstead was.
You better be quick, because I always thought Dorsett left before the snap. So he's got to be a quick guy.
Wanstead now in his 3rd year. Followed Jimmy Johnson around from Pitt to Oklahoma State, and then, of course, to the University of Miami, then the Dallas Cowboys, where he was the defensive coordinator. 7-3 is the score here. Chicago is on top as we come to the end of the first quarter of play. It moved rapidly. These two teams keeping it a lot on the ground, and we've got 1 quarter in the books from Chicago. 7-3, the Bears. Well, these spectacular shots of downtown Chicago up and down the lakeshore of Lake Michigan, courtesy of the Blockbuster Video Blimp and its crew. Welcoming them to today's telecast, piloting the Blockbuster Blimp today, Steve Tomlin from jolly old England, London, England, and Terry Dillard from Lake Monroe, Florida. The Blimp cameraman is Dave Arnold today. Gentlemen, thank you so much. And here's Dom Capers, who, in an interview with Bill Pulliam, the general manager of the Carolina Panthers, he was asked, what are your philosophies on defense? He goes, well, hold on a second. He reached in his briefcase and pulled out a 300-page manual on defense. What he thought, what he wanted to do.
That's too much philosophy, but he knows defense. And his first name is Dom. Don't be calling him Dom.
That's right.
Dom, right? 2nd
down and 7 for Eric Kramer. And Salam still has not caught a pass this season. It is 3rd down.
And the Panthers are giving up the flat to the back. You can see that in each series. They're trying to say nothing cheap, nothing deep. It's staying back after they got hit with that bomb. Watch right here. This is no mystery. This is no secret. It's just a quick arrow into the flat, and they were robbing the curl of the flanker. The safety ignored the back, going to take away the wide receiver running the curl.
3rd down and 7 for Eric Kramer. Gets it off to Green, and he's got the first down, crossing the 31, and works his way to the 35, and Chicago keeps moving, and there is a player down for Chicago back at the 12. Looks like an offensive lineman, and it's James Big Cat Williams.
He's got the potential and the ability to become a real star for Chicago.
Yeah, they think he's going to be the best one yet.
Oh, he's something. They can't afford to lose him.
Troy Auzine will come in, a 4th-year player out of Cal. 7-3, Chicago.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Porsche. There is no substitute. By Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered. And by Aflac, insuring over 38 million people worldwide.
A little stroll down the Chicago River and a little stroll off the field for James Big Cat Williams, walking off under his own power. But he had that leg, Jerry, twisted under him, didn't
he? He got hit by the end on the opposite side. It was Mark Thomas accidentally banged his knee as he was rushing the quarterback.
First down and 10. They go to Salam, who tried to cut the corner and can find hardly a thing. 2-yard gain, Pat Terrell.
Nice hit by Pat Terrell.
We're going to stop for this McDonald's game break. Let's go back to James Brown in Hollywood.
Hey, Kevin, Troy Aikman looks okay. A lot of 3-step drops. He sees the blitz here, man coverage. One of his favorite targets. Troy, make that. Yes, indeed. Jay Novacek. Dallas leads it by 7. Let's take it back to Kevin and Jerry.
Thank you, James. I was saying in the pregame show, Jerry, where he said he cannot run forward. Aikman can't. He's got to just kind of go laterally and backpedal, and that's it.
Well, that'll throw out the quarterback draw.
Yeah, that's right. Second down and 9. 7-3. Chicago's on top here in the second quarter. Kramer is pressured. He has not been sacked in a long time, and he takes it out to the 41. Sam Mills, the leading tackler for the defense, with some help from Darian Connor, flushing him out of the pocket.
A good play by Sam Mills out in the open field. He was lucky it was a quarterback. You don't like all that space around you. He was the only guy left in that area, but he was able to get Eric Kramer down. He's lucky that wasn't a running back out there.
You like Sam Mills, don't you? He's a good one.
And he's older than anybody playing today in this game.
36 years old.
36 years old. Messelar's 35. They got 2 old guys that still know how to prepare, practice, and work.
We saw a big graphic on the Bears offensive line and what they've done. There's a pass that whistles over the head of former New England Patriot Michael Timpson. First time that he has gone that direction today, and it's incomplete, and so the Bears have got a punt for a second time in 3 possessions.
Here's a blitz. 2 people right up the same gap. And the rookie coming, Tyrone Poole, has been a nickel back. And so when they go to the nickel situation, he comes off the starting corner and goes back to his nickel spot.
Sauerbrunn will be punting back to Eric Delaford. And they blow it dead before it's allowed to begin. So that was a good punt, too. It landed at the 5 and skirts to the side at the 4. That was too bad because Sauerbrunn, Jerry, who Dave Wannstedt says was a no-brain pick in the second round, has really been struggling for this team as that hockey.
Before the ball was snapped, a false start by the offense, number 89. It's a 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
And one thing Coach Wannstedt told us, in practice he booms him, he hits him, he has to go in the bushes and find him. But this is not the driving range. This is where you gotta do it in front of the crowd. And he's a little bit uptight. A second-round pick on a punt. I wrote in the driver of the car said, why would we have a second-round punter? There's too many good players in the second round.
Sauerbrunn gets off another pretty good-looking punt. Delaford into the sun at the 12. And he's to the 25-yard line. Whacked pretty good that time by Chicago's Myron Baker, backup linebacker. 12-yard return with a 51-yard punt by Sauerbrunn. 7-3 Chicago. Soldier Field in Chicago with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. Chicago on a 41-yard touchdown pass, and Carolina on a 21-yard field goal by John Casey. There's Tony Wise. He is some kind of offensive line coach. Formerly with Jimmy Johnson down in Dallas. He may be as good an offensive line coach as there is in the NFL.
And the least penalized offensive line. Offensive line has not had a holding penalty. This guy demands you do it within the rule.
Yeah, that's a good, as a penalty flag is thrown here, as the ball wasn't even snapped, and Ned Hockley once again will give us the indication.
Start by the offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. It remains 1st down.
That's the first penalty against Carolina. Tell me, he coaches them within the rules.
They not only have an official. A lot of people have officials at practice, but the coach told us if he sees one of his players holding in practice and grabs a hold, he jumps all over him and he tries to stay with exactly what the rules are. That's why they're the least penalized team in the league.
Tony Wise of Chicago, the best in the business. First down and 15 with the penalty back to the 20-yard line. The handoff goes to Derek Moore. He tries to find some room in there, but once again, the Bears plug up the middle, and getting off the pack is Jim Flanagan. As you see, Dallas has taken a 7-3 lead on Green Bay.
and the whole line moved. Where Flanagan was playing, everybody got a push. They only got 4 yards, but it was hard-earned behind 2 rookies. Remember, the Panthers left guard and left tackle are both rookies side by side.
That's something. 2 rookies on the starting group.
But you know, I like them. I think they're getting so good. I think they're going to be better than the 2 playing on the other side another couple of weeks.
Now that Garcia there, the number 65, he was a 3-time wrestling champion in the state of Arizona. He was a good one. Second down, 11 yards to go. Collins going to his second option. That's the tight end, Matthew Campbell. And Campbell, a free agent out of South Carolina, is on to about the 33, a gain of 10 on the play.
And watch the quarterback. Now, this is a rookie. He's supposed to throw to his right. As you're looking, he's supposed to throw right to us. He looks, he doesn't like it. He comes back. I got a safety valve all the way to the other side, and he finds it. And he has enough confidence to stand there and hold that ball.
That tells you something, though.
It does. This guy's got a great future. And now they got a short yardage situation is what they want.
11.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 7-3 Chicago. Carolina facing 3rd down and 1. Collins, look at his time by that young offensive line. And he'll go the other way, looking for more. It's incomplete, and his covered. Joe Kane was there, a former college safety. Kane was on him. Flanagan was coming up the middle. You can see Flanagan thought he had his head.
Flanagan's first start. Now, this surprised me. 3rd and 1, and you got a young team. I'm surprised they're throwing the football. There's Elliott blocking. Wow, he was a wrestler, too. Here comes Flanagan working his way up. Here's an athlete. This Flanagan in high school scored 59 touchdowns.
He's a fullback, right?
How can you score 59 touchdowns? 30 his senior year.
Here's the punt by Tommy Barnhart. Second punt in 3 possessions for Carolina. Jeff Graham at the 23-yard line for the Bears and down at the 27. That's a punt of 43 yards. Well, today's Aflac trivia question. Who is the only current NFL owner to have played in the NFL? The answer's coming up from Soldier Field after this. Once again, here's today's Aflac trivia question. Who is the only current NFL owner to have played in the NFL? And the answer, Carolina owner Jerry Richardson. Played wide receiver for the Colts in the 59 and 60 seasons in Baltimore. There's Jerry Richardson earlier today, the Carolina Panthers owner. There are a couple other owners in the history of the NFL who have been players and owners.
And my favorite would have to be right here in this day, Papa Bear.
Papa Bear George Halas, and Curly Lambeau up in Green Bay. He was an owner after having played in the NFL with the Green Bay Packers.
And don't forget the owner of the Rams.
27.
What was her name?
Georgia Fryer.
She wasn't in the league, was she?
Oh, yeah, she was a linebacker.
Yeah, she could hit you.
First down and 10. Speaking of getting hit, Conway just got hit between the 8 and the 0 in the front of his uniform. Brett Maxey makes the stop, a gain of 17 yards on first down for Eric Kramer.
Now, do we have a pass yet that has gone to the other wide receiver?
Their own 45.
Watch this play action pass. Conway covering up a little bit. Everybody coming in there to smack him.
And a first down and 10 handoff goes to Rashawn Salam, stopped by Carlton Bailey, and they have not really sprung Rashawn Salam free. We talked with him yesterday, too, up at the Bears headquarters in Lake Forest.
Nice to talk to. I was surprised, really, the way he was. Here's a guy that's pretty humble. He said he didn't have any athletic ability until he got into college. Played 8-man high school football. I said, when did you realize you had athletic ability? He said, it took a long time. I was in college. I was at Colorado before I realized, my athletic ability came to me kind of late.
Scouts were a bit concerned about his speed and pass-catching ability, which is why he was taken so late in the first round. There's a second down pass, which is brought in at the 49 by Michael Timpson, the former New England Patriot. And there's Kramer, undrafted out of North Carolina State. Here he's the ACC Player of the Year for the Wolfpack, and no one takes him.
Nobody picks him, and he has to go on and prove it. He goes into the Canadian League. He actually starts off as a strike player
for Atlanta.
For the Atlanta. And everybody hated the strike players, all the vets when they came back. Thank gosh they've all forgot about that. Everybody was mad at everybody that was a strike player there for 2 years.
Third down and 3. Chicago leads it 7-3, and a fumble by Green, who picks it up and will be brought down near midfield. Tim McKyer was chasing him. Robert Green, the leading rusher on this team. He was seen by Dave Wanstead initially when Wanstead was a Dallas coach and Green was running for Washington. Wanstead said, who is this guy? Now he's on Chicago playing with Wanstead.
All out blitz. They're blitzing on the third down, and that forces the back. He never did have the ball. He was ahead, but he'd be forced deep. Everybody's chasing him. And you got to say this about Carolina. You look down at their depth chart. You look at their players. This is not a team that ordinarily would be considered an expansion team. This is veteran defensive linebackers, and these people, they got Fox. We haven't even talked about Fox. Got one of the Giants' best defensive linemen. They have players.
Another low snap to Sauerbrunn. Here's a fair catch made at the 20 by Eric Gulliford, and there's a late flag thrown. Punt of 29 yards. It appeared as though some pressure was applied by special teams player Myron Baker. So we'll have to see where all that is. By the way, that was Chicago's second punt, Jerry, second consecutive punt, and their third punt in their first 4 possessions today.
That says something about Carolina and how they're playing, but it's still not the kind of punting you want from a second-round pick. This guy has to get it going. You can't give a guy second-round money, have your punter count in your cap, Kevin, the cap, the balance on the salary there, and get punts. You got to have better punts. I drafted a punter one time. We were in Atlanta. We drafted him 3rd round from somewhere. Good golly, Neds, he's not even in the league anymore. We got a 3rd rounder out. You got all that money, and he's home in a rocking chair.
They called, interestingly enough, Danny Abramowitz is a special teams coach for the Chicago Bears, and he called the legendary Ray Guy to get some tips for his young.
The receiver took a step, knocking into the other player. Therefore, there was no foul on the play. First down.
Wow.
They called Ray Guy the legendary punter for the Oakland Raiders and one of the greats in the history of the game, trying to give some pointers for Abramowitz's young punter here in Chicago.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
A terrific day here in Chicago on the banks of Lake Michigan. Bears lead at 7-3 in a long touchdown pass. A long drive the last time Carolina had the ball. There they go with the 1st and 10 pass, and it's caught by the tight end Pete Metzelaars, and he is to the 23-yard line and picks up about 4 on that play. Here's the penalty that should have been but was not called.
Here's Myron Baker, number 91, covering for the Bears. Gulliford makes the fair catch signal. Everybody stopped, and boom! And they talked the officials out of it. The Bears have the officials. The perception of the Bears is we're playing legal, and so the officials are buying into it, and that's good coaching.
2nd down and 6 for Kerry Collins in his 2nd start of his career. Here's Derek Moore swinging outside, and he takes it to the 32-yard line and picks up a Carolina 1st down. Carter and Al Fontenot caught up with him after he gained 10 yards for the Panthers.
Root for Derek Moore. He's from Albany, Georgia. He's going to come over here to your left with a lead blocker in motion, and he just bounced it outside. Saw Joe Kane sitting in the middle. He didn't want to run over Joe Kane. Good eyes, good vision. Bounced outside. He fumbled twice last week, so he's running like Bronco Nagurski. Looks like the old bear. Watch him cover the ball with 2 hands. He doesn't want to fumble today.
1st down and 10, and Collins will go to the air with a little play action. Hit as he throws, and he's got the receiver. That's Mark Carrier, and Carrier will be in for a touchdown. And Carolina has taken the lead with a 66-yard touchdown pass by the rookie Collins, the longest pass play of the season.
That was sweet. Play action pass, had the deep crossing route, against the zone, opened right up, and it looked pretty. Watch the play fake, sticks it right in. Derek Moore brings it back. Now there he is coming across. Nice snag. He actually overthrew a little bit too high. Bear fell down, and he's our all-time receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Last 2 years he played with Cleveland as Casey is perfect, and Carolina with 7.5 minutes remaining. has taken a 10-7 lead here in the second quarter at Soldier Field as the boos cascade down from the stands.
The crowd is not really alive today. The crowd, I think they thought they had a scrimmage. They didn't come out to see a team that is getting better every week. I think they just thought they're going to come out and see a Bear win. You got to fight every day you're in the league. There's no guarantees.
Dave Wanstead told us yesterday, as you see Marty Carter visiting right there with Mark Carrier.
Somebody fell down. One of those two.
Jeremy Lincoln fell down.
Jeremy Lincoln fell down. You cannot fall down in the secondary. Doesn't matter if it's snowing, doesn't matter if it's raining. You have no right. You're going to see over in this area, there's going to be somebody falling down. Here comes the receiver. There it is right there. Now they got to get one block and they got a touchdown. Oh, nice block.
Eric Gullifer got him.
Oh, 2 inches above the patella, threw it on Mark Carrier, just late cut him. That's what took about a 30-yard gain into a touchdown.
For more information on Bears share.
So Collins throws his second touchdown pass, or rather his first touchdown pass, because he had run in a touchdown.
And it wasn't a perfect pass. The ball was thrown high and a little bit behind. It was a better catch than it was a throw, but that's what the National Football League is all about. Your people got to make catches when the ball's not right there.
And the kickoff, it's taken by Nate Lewis. And Lewis is banged around at the 30-yard line. And he's out to the 30. And Chicago will try to respond. Well, get ready for the biggest surprise of the new season. It's Al Bundy as you've never seen him before. Say amen to the Reverend Al on a brand new Married with Children tonight at 9, 8 Central on the Fox Television Network. That looks
different.
Looks good. Then Misery Loves Company right after that. A big night on Fox tonight beginning at 9, 8 Central. So Collins has given Carolina the lead. Rashaan Salam, another heralded rookie, goes twirling up the middle and gets it out to the 35-yard line before he's brought down by Mike Fox, formerly with the New York Giants.
We talked to Mike Fox yesterday, and we told him we were shocked. Probably the biggest surprise was Mike Fox leaving the Giants. And when we did the Giant game, the coach Reeves says, well, how can you lose guys like that? You can't have a Mike Fox and let him get away. But here he is playing for the Carolina Panthers.
Second down and 4 for Eric Kramer, and he gets it out to Salam, who's got the first down, hurdles a defender, and takes it to the 45-yard line. That's about as good a run as he's had today. Poole is the one to stop him, and Tony Carter, with a nice lead block, sprung him free.
I think they're not going to rust off of Salam. He's starting to really get in the rhythm. Watch him go to your right. Nice block by the fullback. There he goes. Wiggles up, finds the hole, accelerates, jumps, gets a leg cut. He's starting to, feel good.
First down and 10. Salam again, the 47-yard line. That's his 12th carry, and he has 44 yards today. And he's brought down by Lamar Lathan in the linebacking core.
The most shocking thing about Salam, in his first name and last name, he has a total of 6 A's. And you know me, look at that. Look at all these A's. That's more A's than I had in my whole college career. He's got 6 of them.
Well, at least you can count them. You may have got an A in counting, huh?
I got an A in student teaching. I remember that one.
Second down and 8 for Eric Kramer. Has pretty good time in the pocket. He's a little bit shy for Jeff Graham. First time they have thrown to the former Pittsburgh Steeler today. Incomplete pass.
That's maybe the best trade that they made since Wanstead's been here. Getting number 81. Here's a guy, Graham, that's really come on and helped the Bears. And I think when the other quarterback was playing last year, he looked at Jeff Graham all the time, and now Kramer's starting to feel good about getting the ball to Jeff.
5:43 in the second quarter, 10-7 Carolina. Third down and 8 for the Bears at their own 47-yard line. Eric Kramer retreats in the pocket, and a little bit high for tight end Ryan Wetnine at the 50-yard line, and a penalty marker is down at the 43-yard line.
This was amazing. It was an all-out blitz coming off the defensive left side. Holden, they'll turn it down. There's nobody in the flat where Kramer throws it. It is not covered. It is this area here will be like it's got the plate. Nobody wants it. The blitz comes off that side. He looks there, and most of the time that kid, look at this, look at this. It's like you got out of recess early. There's nobody around who have a bad throw.
Well, here's Sauerbrunn for a third consecutive time. The holding penalty on Chicago was declined, so the Bears will punt, like I said, for a third time. Sauerbrunn wobbles it downfield. Gulliford from the 19-yard line for Carolina, and he's wrapped up by Myron Baker for Chicago on a return of 5 yards and a punt of 34. And we see a marker down back at the 45 of the Bears. Washington back on top of Philadelphia 17-10. Cincy and the Buccaneers knotted at 3 in the second quarter.
Preliminary signal, holding.
Penalty against Chicago. And again, here is a Chicago team, Jerry, that did not have a single penalty against the Rams 2 weeks ago, and coming into today was the least penalized team. If this is a penalty, this will be the third on their special teams this afternoon.
But they're not penalizing the offensive line. They don't have the illegal motion. They don't have the holding.
Did I see Jacksonville shutting out Pittsburgh 14-0?
Now that's a story.
Wow. They won last week.
Holding
Jacksonville did.
by the kicking team before the punt, the number 84. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
And the reason the Panthers take that penalty is the punter is struggling. The center made, after he snapped it, he made the hole. But ordinarily the team would turn that down. Here's the center, and they call him for the holding. There he is. You see, when people land on the ground nowadays, the officials feel you're holding. He's actually getting blocked down on the ground. The defensive man's knocking him down. Come on, officials, wake up.
And interesting enough, Chris Gedney on 2 of his 4 snaps on punts today has bounced him.
Now he's getting hammered. They got a guy over him trying to flatten his head on every snap.
That'll affect you.
That'll affect. Old flat head will kill you every time.
So a good snap by Gedney here, and Sauerbrunn. Whoa, he gets this high and long, and Gulliford back at the 17-yard line and works his way to the 24. Carolina will get it. A punt of 46 yards with the return of 7.
Maybe that'll get the young. There he goes. I can't tell he's got his helmet on. I was going to suggest he take off his earring. Sometimes you can punt better without an earring. I saw in a picture he's wearing an earring. Boy, if Ditka was here, he'd pull that earring off. Let's see. He's got the earring off. Yeah, he'll be better today.
I'd like to see you with an earring.
Oh, man.
Now here comes Carolina. Last time they had it, a 66-yard touchdown pass to Mark Carrier. So a little bit of confidence now. Quarterback making his second NFL start today. Kerry Collins out of Penn State from the 24. First down and 10 yards to go, and they give it off to Garrett Moore, and he tries to step his way to the 27. Mark Carrier makes the stop. There are a couple Mark Carriers, by the way, in the game today. A defensive back for Chicago, Mark Carrier, and the guy that caught the touchdown pass for Carolina,
and
Mark Carrier.
There's a couple of Fontenot's. Where can you go and find one team with 2 Fontenot's? When the coach says, Fontenot, get over here, 2 guys get up and move.
Carriers are related. They are cousins.
Are the Fontenot's?
They are not related.
They're not related.
They're not related.
I'm glad you got that clear.
Second down and 8. Carolina leads at 10-7. And big by Collins in the reverse goes busts as Carrier caught down and was read so well by 90 Alonzo Spellman.
When you have people penetrating, the reverse will not work. And Alonzo is penetrating. He's on the open side. He'll be coming upfield. Pushes on the tackle. He does go inside.
How about the fake by Collins?
That puts him in a big hole. They got 3rd and 10. People are not gaining yardage to Alonzo's side. You want to run on the Bears, you got to go the other way.
All right, it's 3rd and 15. Third down defense for Chicago this season has been a big concern for Dave Wanstead. So far, 2 of 5 on third downs today, Carolina, and they're going for Carrier, and it's picked off on the sideline. No, out of bounds. Out of bounds. Donnell Wolford had a hand on it, but he fell out of bounds. Nonetheless, Carolina will have to punt the ball.
And the rookie will learn this. At no time is he open. At no time is Wolford in trouble. He has total coverage from the watch him. That's coverage. You can't throw that ball when a man has that good a coverage on your receiver. Mark Carrier had no chance to even break it up. Bad decision by the young quarterback, but he'll learn These people on defense are too good. If they got it covered, do something else.
Tommy Barnhart, the former New Orleans Saint, will punt for a third time in 5 possessions today. Graham will wave it off. He's going to give the Bears some good field position as the defense holds, and Chicago will start at 1st and 10 from their own 42 on the 38-yard punt by Tommy Barnhart. There's Dave Wannstedt. We'd like to thank the Blockbuster Video Blimp for providing Fox Sports today with these beautiful aerial views of today's game here at Soldier Field. They're thinking about a new stadium here, Jerry. That has been talked about a lot. In fact, the Bears right now are awaiting a proposal from the city of Chicago as to what they might do with this stadium. There's also the possibility the Bears would move to Northwest Indiana, very close to Gary, and build a stadium there.
I can't imagine saying I'm going to the Indiana Bears. I mean, this is Chicago.
Well, I don't know if they changed the name.
Well, you can't move to Indiana and then call them Chicago. You got to stay in Chicago. This is the greatest city. You can't take the Bears out of Chicago.
Best starting position today by Chicago. Salam gives it off to Conway on the reverse. The quarterback leading the blocking, Kramer. He doesn't get one, but he was on the lead. And it's a gain of 11, and it's a first down run. Darian Connor chased him out of bounds.
And Conway's a good guy to give that ball to. Here's a guy that's been a running back. He's been a defensive back. He's scored every way you can, throwing a ball. There's the reverse, and they had a real soft look at Kramer. Let's watch Kramer. Get a blocker. Watch the elbow. Throw the right elbow. Oh, he threw it behind his head. He missed him.
47.
First reverse this year by Chicago.
Now look at Kramer. Watch Kramer. Oh, I missed him. Kramer with a helmet still looks like Forrest Gump to me. He does look like Forrest Gump.
He's going to go to the air here. Hit as he threw, and the pass is wide for Curtis Conway, a first-round pick back in '93 out of USC. Incomplete. He has not missed a single practice, Jerry, since training camp. And that time a little bit high. He does kind of look like Forrest Gump. Yeah, he does.
On the bye week, he took his 2-year-old son and went to the Cubs game. And I asked him, did anybody recognize you in the stadium? Anybody know you were? He said, very few people. Why do you ask, Coach? He said, because if you put your helmet on, they would have thought it was Forrest Gump at the baseball game.
He was in quite a battle for the quarterback position here in Chicago with Walsh during the preseason.
And later on, we'll tell you what they did with the salary. They really did a nice job on the salary.
Second down and 10 for Eric Kramer. Swings it out to Green. It's incomplete. Kramer again has to pull himself off the deck. He was hit pretty hard by Greg Cragen.
Good pressure. They're forcing these irate. The one he threw before that was ugly. They hit the quarterback on the elbow. Now watch the pressure. He sets his back foot, and he had to just try to get that out and just lob it on out of there.
What's this about his salary now?
He actually took a salary cut because he was making all the money and Walsh was starting, that they sort of divided it up. And whoever starts 11 games gets the $1 million. If it was Walsh, he gets $1 million. If it's Kramer, he gets $1 million. So the bottom line is you better start 11 games.
Well, Kramer has missed his last 4 passes, and here he connects for a first down, and it's caught by Jeff Graham. For the first time today, a gain of 21 yards. Maxey chased him out of bounds in a big completion.
And here's Kramer's arm. Here's why he can throw. They need long yardage, and he can get it. Here's Jeff Graham in the slot. Yesterday, when we talked to him, he said, I like to find the slot guy. The slot guy's where I like to throw it. And the slot broke to the out. That poor young rookie.
Tyrone Poole.
Was he trying to cover him? Woo.
Brett Maxey was over there, too. It's tough. Graham is a very quick and a very knowledgeable receiver, too. One of the smartest you'll come across in the NFL. Little play action by Kramer. Leaping catch by Carter, and he's inside the 20, tumbling to the 18. That's the 3rd reception by Carter out of the backfield today.
They're playing so soft. Everybody's backing up trying to take the wideouts that the back in the flat is open. Reminds me, last year we did the Detroit Lion game, and the same thing was going on. The Panthers are playing pretty conservative zone back in there, and they're trying to get underneath the curls, and all of a sudden there's nobody on that flat. Sometimes, sooner or later, you got to jump up and play man-to-man.
After punting 3 consecutive times, the Bears on a good-looking drive. Second down and 3. And Rashawn Salam zigzags his way to the 14, picks up the first down for Chicago. So as the first half is reached the 2-minute warning, and Carolina leading 10-7. The Bears, who come into today 2-2, threatening here late in the first half. Both teams have long touchdown passes today, and you can see the Blues Brothers here in Chicago, where it was made famous. These guys appear at the Chicago Bulls home games. They're kind of fun. They're entertaining the crowd here in Chicago.
They need to get this crowd fired up. This crowd is not like a crowd. This is like a great coupon crowd. This is a hot dog.
It's been kind of
Wake up. Come on, buddy. Get her going.
They saw what this Carolina team did against Tampa Bay, and they knew they were going to be in for a battle this afternoon.
I'm not saying the Bears. Right. I'm saying the crowd. The Bears know they're in for a fight, but the crowd's got to get going.
Well, this is an important drive for young Eric Kramer. 7th play of the drive. First down and 10 from the Carolina 14. They got go to the tight end, Jennings, who bulldozes his way to the 1, and Carolina says there's a fumble on the play, something which has really been a problem for the Bears this year, and we're awaiting the call.
The one official called him down.
First down.
What a great lob by the quarterback. I mean, he was pressured. He was in trouble. He just flipped it right out there, and they dodged the bullet on that fumble.
Where they had dodged the bullet right there. Looks like Kramer didn't have the right personnel.
Here it is, a nice little jump pass. Now watch the good run after the catch. You didn't get to see it, but he drug people along, and questionable whether he lost the ball or not.
First and goal for Chicago, down 7-3. Good fake by Kramer. Jennings. No call. Touchdown. Now they make it.
They're talking it over, though. They're not quite sure.
Let's see. This man right here, that's the guy who signaled. He was in the corner. He was the back judge, and he had the clearest view, but he hesitated a long time before he raised both arms.
And I really don't like that call. I think you're 1st and 1. You rear up and show everybody you're tougher than the enemy. I don't like that. I hate to see a team throw on 1st and 1. Even if you score, you tell them, well, we're going to trick you here rather than smack you, and that's not what the Bears are all about. They're usually about smacking you and knocking you around.
The kick by Kevin Butler is up and in, and the Bears regain the lead with 1:04 remaining, 14-10.
He's covered there. When Kramer threw it, it was real good coverage. What a nice catch. What a great catch. Watch this. He has to really stretch. He has to get off a guy holding on to him. Wow, that's a catch.
Here's a player, Jerry, that was cut last year by Chicago, then brought back when there were injuries in the tight end core. Caught a touchdown against the Rams, catches a touchdown here today against Carolina. And for Kramer, his second touchdown pass this afternoon, his 10th of the season.
He's in for a real big year. He's in for a big year, but I don't like 1st and a yard and you throw the football. I think you're sending the wrong message, especially if you live in Chicago. In Chicago, you go knock somebody down because the Hawk is going to be here in about a month.
The Hawk.
The hard, cold wind's going to be whistling down through here, and the passing game has to take a back seat to the running game and the physical toughness when the Hawk rolls in.
This team, which is known to run, has 10 passing touchdowns and just 4 rushing touchdowns this season. Who would have thought Chicago would have those kind of numbers into the 5th game of the season for them? And the kickoff, Dwight Stone, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, to the 27-yard line. And brought down by Dwayne Joseph. Well, coming up on the Dockers halftime, JB, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy will have all the scores from around the NFL. That Green Bay-Dallas game, a good one today. Jacksonville was shutting out Pittsburgh. That's all coming up next on the Dockers halftime from Hollywood. Tony Wise again, assistant head coach and offensive line man, talking with his group.
That's what you got, Miller. Okay.
See how Carolina comes back now. First down and 10.
There's a three-man line, three-man defensive line.
Vince Workman can't find much against that three-man line and is brought down with little gain. Barry Minner was there.
It was kind of clever. It's a three-man line with Richard Dent at the right end, and then John Thury was playing an inside linebacker. John Thury is standing over the guard.
Second down and 9 for Collins. Gets a good block from Brockermeyer, and he throws it out of bounds. Boy, Blake Brockermeyer, did you see him stand up that end for Chicago? That was Dent, I believe. He was standing up at the left tackle.
Well, Brockermeyer and Garcia, the two rookies on the left side, they're going to be right here. They play like, and they play like defensive people. They're very physical, very tough, won't give up. Boy, I tell you one thing, Richard Dent still has a power move on the inside.
That's a rookie against the third all-time leading sacker in the NFL.
Watching him on film, he's not a normal rookie, and either is Garcia. Those two are going to be good. They're on the left side, the left guard, and the left tackle.
Third down and 9 for Collins. Oh, he escapes Spellman, has new life, and throws the pass. Caught by Don Beebe, a first down to the Chicago 48. Great throw by Collins.
Garcia, the left guard. Here's the guy you talked about being a champion, a wrestler. Both left guards. One for Chicago, same way Todd Perry was a wrestler. Watch this guy. Todd Perry was a wrestler. We got 3 guards that were wrestlers. Lulenberg was a wrestler. Nice job peeling back in. Just likes to hit people. And he got drafted in baseball.
Garcia did, yeah.
Garcia was a baseball player.
3 times he was drafted, he told us.
It's hard to believe. Here's the receiver. Watch him go down. Beebe, the old Buffalo Bill. Breaking, no, boy, there's no magic to that.
Nice catch, though, by Beebe.
Good job.
That's just his 6th reception of the season.
I really thought when he went there, he was going to be the player, and he was going to be a guy that helped him, but he can't break into the starting lineup. And that's, you're saying complimentary things to the Panthers when the Beebe is not a starter. That means the other guys can play.
Panthers played well last week in losing 2013 to Tampa Bay, but they had 4 turnovers. In fact, Jerry, coming into today, over the last 2 games, this team had turned it over 11 times in the last 2 games. That's just killed Carolina this season.
They should have won last year. 3-man line, but Thury standing up to be a looping linebacker blitz.
Carolina without a single turnover today, and here comes Vince Workman. And he'll be close to a first down. Rushing to the 39-yard line, John Mangum is now back, hale and hearty for the secondary in Chicago, and a couple yards shy will be Carolina. And they'll burn another timeout. And they've got 1 remaining right now, and here's Dave Armstead, a little bit irritated at his defense.
3-man defensive line, but Thury is moving all over as a linebacker, and it looks like he's spying. Spy means you got anything that breaks late. Oh, getting held there a little bit. You got to love Frank Garcia. He's a rookie, but he's already found out how to hold.
So Thury is lining up in a different place every snap.
He's over the guard. He's outside. He's like an outside linebacker. Then he's over the guard. He's moving. And the 3-down line, then he's like a linebacker moving everywhere. That I don't know if Chicago's done it. I've never seen that on film.
They brought back Richard Dent because they want another defensive end in rotation. There are some critics, though, that said that Thury has really not lived up to what he should be doing, and so Dent was brought in as kind of an insurance policy.
Well, everybody thinks because you're a high pick, you're going to be a good player, and that's not true. High picks just mean you get the money. Don't mean you're that good a player yet.
Doctors halftime is coming up.
39.
It is 2nd down and 2 for Carolina, down 14-10. We've got 19 seconds remaining in the first half, and Billiford gets out of bounds effectively after getting the first down pass to the Chicago 31.
Whoa, was that easy? That was a slot to the quarterback's left, and he just runs to the left, and bam, the ball gets in there.
Against the Panthers.
Here he's right here. Nothing should be this easy. He's just going to break to the flat, and it's like he's getting out of the woods early. There he goes. Look at that. That's almost like stealing. You can get arrested.
Collins last week, 18 of 32. Today, he is 8 of 13 throwing the ball with the long touchdown pass of 66 yards.
4-down linemen now. Now they're going to come after him with 4 because they're getting closer to the goal line.
On the Chicago 31, first down and 10 for Carolina. Batted down and intercepted. It's dropped by Richard Dent.
Now that's why you bring him back.
Yep.
And the coach told us in practice, 4 people were rushing, and he stops at the line, and he bats it down. Watch these people.
Thury may have had a hand on it, and then Dent may have had the pick.
Wouldn't that have been safe? If he'd have caught that, this crowd would have woke up. There's Thury moving around. He's now over the guard.
Well, that's got to be very disconcerting for a lineman to have a guy like Thury moving up and down that line, and then knowing that Dent's going to come rushing in from the right end.
This will change their defense, they hope, on 3rd down.
2nd down and 10 for Collins, and it's Workman once again who works his way for very little Flanagan was there in his first NFL start today, number 99, and a timeout taken. The final one by Carolina here in the first half with 6 seconds remaining, and the Bears leading 14-10.
Think about that play. They ran that draw. What if he'd have picked up 10 yards and got tackled? The 6 seconds would have been gone. That's that's a different call. And it's hard to coach, but you coach them. If they run it, let them run it around, let them catch it, and then make the tackle, and there is no field goal.
Or why not go into the end zone with a pass?
Well, they were trying. It's unusual. I thought they were trying to line up a field goal, but with that few seconds with a running play, if he'd have gained 10 yards, the half would have been over. Unusual call.
This will be a 49-yard field goal attempt by Casey, who is only 63% career outside 40 yards. His long this year is 52. And from 49 yards away, it is good. He puts it in and brings Carolina to within 1 with 3 seconds left in the first half.
I want to know how they snapped that ball. We had 6 seconds. Everybody sitting at home, don't get up and get a beer yet. We still got something going on here. They snapped that ball, caught it, placed it, kicked it. It went through like a bunt, had no speed on it, and we still got 3 seconds on the clock. How'd that happen?
You're the coach, you tell me.
I don't know. So I think the guy running the clock is like the rest of the crowd. We got to wake up in this stadium if we're going to help the Bears. Now the clock guy tried to help him by leaving those 3 seconds on.
Second field goal today by John Casey, one of 21 yards, and one right there of 49 yards. So he has really had a nice season. He is now 8 of 9 this year kicking, and they paid him a ton of money to come to Carolina. But so far, he's been worth it.
What the Panthers should have done, when the foot met the ball, all the Panthers on the sideline should have headed to the locker room and go running off, because you say the clock had to run out, and everybody be in the locker room now. Make the officials come get your team and bring them back.
The Panthers are one of 5 teams in the NFL that now have more field goals than touchdowns. They got 8 field goals and now 6 touchdowns with today. That was an 8-play, 41-yard drive, and Casey boots it through from 49 yards for the Carolina Panthers.
Now he gets to hit Tagliabue with his foot. There's the autographed football.
And they're going to watch Carter pick it up at the 21-yard line. This will be the final play of the half, and he digs his way. And that'll be it. Halftime here in Chicago, with the Bears on top by just a point over the expansion Panthers, 14-13. We're back after these messages from your local Fox station.
Dockers Halftime is brought to you by Dockers Khakis, proud makers of nice pants.
All right, back here for the Dockers halftime, along with Jimmy, Howie, and Terry. The game you're watching right now, Chicago and Carolina. Carolina was a big underdog coming into this one, hanging in by just 1 point down. Richard Dent, glad to be back in Chicago.
Going to be used on third downs to put pressure, but first of all, Kramer, play action, fools no one. Conway down, 41-yard TD reception. He beats Tyrone Pooh. Bears up by 7. Back comes Mark Carrier, play action by the young Chris Collins. Standing there, no pressure, no confusion. There it is, down the sideline. Carrier, 66-yard TD reception. Carolina up by 3. Then Keith Jennings, play action to the right, bootleg to the left, 1-yard TD reception. At this point, Bears up by 4, and then a closing field goal leaves it 14-13. The Bears over the Panthers.
Hard to believe Jennings was a wide receiver in college. Jimmy Johnson went after him, as a matter of fact. Moving along, Green Bay and Dallas. Troy Aikman, they designed the offense around him.
Play action, far, trying to get the linebacker Godfrey Miles to move on it. He didn't move, stayed in the passing lane, picks off his Brett Favre pass. Aikman, blitz, sees it, sets up, Novacek spins. There it is, into the end zone. Dallas up 7-0 into this game. Scored no points in the first quarter, which they were leading. Cowboys 17-3 at the half over the Packers.
What's that play called? Aikman to him?
Well, that's an omelet.
Okay,
that's the omelet.
Okay, let's move
Cowboy
on.
omelet.
Cowboy omelet. Well, let me tell you what, Ray Rhodes would like to have a few omelets working, but as a matter of fact, his guys look good in the first half.
Good play here. Look, Garner around the left side. Ricky Waters actually throws a great block to sprinting 55 yards down the sideline. As you see Philadelphia take an early lead, 7-0 over the Redskins. Brian Mitchell, if you're going to have an offense that hasn't had a first down in the first half, you have to rely on special teams. Jimmy Johnson said Brian Mitchell would be the key in this game. It's special teams, the best in the NFL, and punt returns and kickoff returns as this guy, as he takes it 59 yards, touchdown, Redskins ties the game up. Now back. Henry Eller deep in. There's a blitz. Nobody in the middle. Protect the middle. Eller takes the ball. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown. Redskins up 17-10. Tied at the half now. 17-7.
And Philadelphia is threatening. We'll keep you updated on that one. Let's take a look at the rest of the scores around the NFL. Tampa Bay leading the Bengals by 4. Eric Redd doing a nice job. Trent Dilfer looking better. 9 of 17, 455. Minnesota and Houston. Warren Moon against his old mates, leading 17-6 at the half. Moon 12 of 16, 108 and 2 touches. Buffalo knocked out Boomer Esiason, leading by 3 late in the second over the Jets. And Jacksonville, Terry, look at that.
Oh, this can't be right.
Yep.
This is wrong. A Jaguar beating a Steeler. Whew.
Absolutely. 17-7. I know you're upset, but it is true. Let's go back and talk about Carolina and Chicago. The kid, Kerry Collins, second consecutive week, getting the job done.
I tell you, he's really doing a nice job. You know, and Carolina went out and paid a lot of money for Frank Reich and Jack Trudeau, and what they end up with? 2 backup quarterbacks. There's no substitute for talent. You know, Kerry Collins is going in there, and he knows how to win football games. He did it at Penn State, and he's fighting the Chicago Bears right now.
Yeah, and it's evident, you know, Collins is getting in the game. He's playing well. He played well last week. Why isn't McNair in the game down in Houston? I do not understand why they do not play young quarterbacks. Every quarterback I speak to, including you, said you don't learn a darn thing on the bench, and I believe the kid needs to play. The Washington game, Charlie Garner, an outstanding game. Mitchell, outstanding on kickoffs and punt returns. He's over 1,000 yards and all-purpose yards. I think they need to run the ball more effectively. Can't put the pressure on Farrar. One big play to Henry Eller on a 40-yard touchdown. They said they liked that matchup.
All right, giving Terry the credit.
I only made 3 mistakes on the highlight package.
Only 3.
Only 3.
Hey,
17-17.
More
You
than
had the double operation.
Hey, we promised the folks that we keep them updated on that Philadelphia-Washington game. Let's take a look and see how Philadelphia went ahead. Rodney Peete back. Who does he find? Mr. Barnett late in the first half there. And, in fact, the Eagles have moved out in front 24-17, less than 4 remaining in the first half. And we will take you back to Soldier Field for the second half of the Panthers and the Bears. All of that after this.
Welcome back to Soldier Field in Chicago, where the Chicago Bears came from behind and took a 14-3 lead over the expansion Carolina Panthers with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. This has been a wild first half of football here in Chicago.
Both teams, Kevin, have 17 rushing plays, and what's going to happen is who's going to run the ball the second half. It's so close. Somebody's going to run off with 34 rushes, and somebody's going to end up with about 20, and that's going to be the difference in this football game.
A lot of passing touchdowns so far. Chicago started things off, a 41-yard throw from Kramer to Curtis Conway.
And Conway gets help. Here, watch the rookie. The rookie is trying to make the play. Poole swivels his hips, and they both jump for the ball, but Poole jumps with only the right hand up. You got to go up with both hands. The left hand has to search it out. Nice jump and catch by Conway.
And then the second touchdown pass by Kramer today.
Nice little lollipop throw. Watch him hang on that ball. That's a 1st and 1. Sort of sends a bad message. On 1st and 1, you throw. You're telling your team you don't want to smack it in there.
And the rookie, Kerry Collins for Carolina.
He is impressive. Maybe a young Roman Gabriel. Nice catch. Gets a block downfield. Picks off that safety, and they run it in for a touchdown.
Add to that a 21-yard field goal and a 49-yard field goal by John Casey, and it's a 14-13 halftime lead for the Chicago Bears. There's Kerry Collins, a very impressive first half, 8 of 14. And there's Eric Kramer, 18 attempts, 10 completions, 2 touchdown passes today.
It started against the Rams, I think, when all the Bear fans found out they can strike deep with Kramer.
You love this, Jerry. Here's what he's done today, passing the ball by distance.
That's our little machine to show you how many times and where the yardage is. I love those graphics.
I know you do. Todd Sauerbrunn, who's been punting quite a bit in that first half, had 3 in a row, 4 all told. There's Dwight Stone deep back for the Carolina Panthers.
And he can bring him back. He can return one. One time when we were playing in Texas, we had excellent kickoff coverage. He brought it all the way back. The only time we gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown, so he's a dangerous threat. The crowd needs to wake up, Kevin. We need to get the Bears crowd going here.
Second half is underway with a line drive that bounces at the 23 and into the hands of Butler Benote, who takes it with a nice move to the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Return the second half kickoff.
Benote will learn that was an 80-yard kickoff return, but about 78 of it was sideways. You can't go sideways in the National Football League.
And through our first 30 minutes, here are the numbers between Carolina and Chicago.
Rushing attempts, when the score is this close, it makes this close. So whoever gets 34 rushes today, whoever keeps running the football, is going to win this ball game.
Where you going, King?
Carolina begins at first down and 10 yards to go from their own 28-yard line. Carrier is 83 and is on the move. And the handoff to Bob Christian.
Okay.
An expansion draft pick from Chicago, 3 years out of Northwestern, signed by the Bears as a practice player in '92. Had 1 start here in Chicago, and now he's with Carolina.
And drafted him in the Atlanta Falcons when we were there. He was a running back, all-time Northwestern rusher. And we made him a fullback, and all of a sudden, boy, you get your nose broke, you get the bleeding, and you know what? He just does whatever you ask him to do. Third 2 backs, you got to love what's inside of the backs at the Carolina Panthers.
Second down and 6. Secondary players, and it gets out to the 35-yard line. Jeremy Lincoln got him first, with Christian giving a block to Derek Moore.
Watch the block on Vincent Smith. It's going to come out to this side. He's going to make the good block right here and get him down. Pardon me, it's over here. I messed up. There it is, pinning him down inside. What a nice block by Bob Christian. His old school is kind of surprising people. Northwestern this year.
Nice win yesterday in up Ann Arbor, with first win for Northwestern up there since 1959. Third down and short. Collins a little bit high as he was going to running back Vince Workman at the 42. It's incomplete.
The coverage to Vincent Smith.
Christian, the old Bear, the old Atlanta Falcon, the old Northwestern. Watch him block. Oh, he's got him up in the air. Good job. Cox was hoping it was a cut block and he could leap over the leg cut block, but Christian standing in there blocking with his hands, putting his cage right down the middle in the sternum.
Fourth punt today for the former State Tommy Barnhart. Deep back will be Jeff Graham for Chicago inside the 25. This is a high hanging punt, not very long, and Graham under the sun with the catch. Fair catch at the 31-yard line. That's a 32-yard punt. So we'll get our first second half look at the Bears when we come back to Soldier Field.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the all-new Ford Taurus, a look you've never seen from a name you know well. By Dockers Flat Front Khakis, proud makers of nice pants. And by IBM, solutions for a small planet.
Big Jim Colosimo. Yeah, I like Big Jim.
The Al Capone Museum here in Chicago.
Well, we went to the Rosebud restaurant where he used to eat, and then for lunch we went to Luciano's. I felt I was traveling Chicago with him a little bit this weekend.
Kramer first down and 10, gives off to Rashawn Salam. He bangs his way to the 34. Sam Mills, 36-year-old Sam Mills, makes the stop.
Here's a guy that's really older than Richard Dent and playing every down, playing every snap.
He has a 17-year-old son.
He's got 2 kids, both playing corner. I asked him, where did the corners get their speed, from you or their mama? He says, they got their speed from me.
Second down and 8. Bears lead by a point here early in the third quarter. And Kramer throws incomplete to tight end Keith Jennings. Longtime player with Sam Mills with the New Orleans Saints. 4-time Pro Bowler player there, but they were slow, Jerry, in giving him a contract offer, and Carolina, in fact, beat the Saints to a contract offer, and that's why Sam goes to the expansion Panthers.
I think everybody was surprised that he would ever leave New Orleans, but he's really excited. He's like a coach. Did you notice when we talked to him, I wrote down in my notebook, this guy could be a coach. He knows what everybody's assignment is, and he gets everybody lined up, keeps people from making mental errors.
Well, he's lined up now in the middle on the 3rd and 8 with 4 down linemen for Carolina. Good time for Kramer. And a little bit high as he shoots for Conway on the side. The coverage by Rod Smith, the expansion pick from New England, and Chicago has got to punt the ball.
Rod didn't play the ball. Rod Smith had a shot. That ball was in the air from one hash all the way over the other boundary. You got to make a play on the ball, and he just played the person. Rod's got to do a better job when the ball's in the air that long.
The Bears have had the punt 4 of their last 5 possessions.
And neither punter is setting a record here.
5th punt for Sauerbrunn. Gulliford on the run and to the 42-yard line, and Sauerbrunn really struggling. That punt went only 29 yards, and again they threw it.
A line drive, Kevin.
Chicago's on top 14-13, and the 2nd-round pick out of West Virginia, Todd Sauerbrunn, who was almost labeled can't miss by all NFL scouts, is missing in his rookie year, and that was a line drive punt of 29 yards, and then after that some encouragement from Walter Payton on the sideline.
Walter Payton whispering in his ear, believe in yourself, you can do it, forget about everything. And that was a line drive. That ball never got above anybody's head, and he just struggling. The pressure's getting to him. It's like putting on the putting green and then putting over there by yourself. When the crowd's watching, you got to do it.
Carolina with the best starting field position from the 42-yard line. Little play action by the quarterback Collins. This will buy him some time. He's got to get to the 47, and he's out of bounds at the 45. That's the 47 of Chicago, and he picks up on the play 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the athletic Kerry Collins out of Penn State, who turns around and says, guys, get out of my way.
What happened to him is Matthew Campbell, the tight end, did not get out. The tight end was supposed to fake a down block and come out, and Collins is looking for Campbell to come to the... Oh, he's in the fence. Get out of the fence. And the tight end never got out, so he had no place to throw it.
Panthers have had a difficult time in the 3rd quarter. It is 2nd down and 8 on the 45. Short drop back by Collins, and the completion to Eric Gulliford as he's out of bounds at the 50-yard line. That short drop back, Jerry, I mentioned that because the short drop back has been something that has bought him some time and not gotten him a sack recently.
There's Jeremy Lincoln, and he got a greeting from Dave Wanstead. Woo! Did he get on him? He was the corner in a roll-up and was supposed to smack the guy to the flat. And Coach Wanstead saw what I did. He never hit him. He never touched him. So Wanstead, whoa, boy, walked right out on the field and jumped in his ear. You better start playing.
3rd down now. 3 to go. Carolina down by a point early in the 3rd quarter. Derek Moore does not have the 1st down. And again, Chicago, which has been struggling in their 3rd down defense, allowing opponents almost 50% conversion. Stop them right there. Today, good job by the Bear defense. They have held him without a 1st down 3 of 9 times today.
They had a 3rd and 1 earlier, and they threw. They got a 3rd and 3, and they're running. So Carolina's trying to be non-predictable, but they're not converting.
Punting now once again, Barnhart. This will be his 2nd consecutive punt of the 2nd half. Graham is deep back inside the 15 for Chicago.
Wow!
He gets off a rocket. That'll be in the end zone.
Which punter is the 2nd-round pick?
49-yard punt by Tony Barnhart. 14-13, the Bears. Both teams have had big touchdown passes today. The Bears on top of Carolina 14-13. We're early in the 3rd quarter. Well, strap yourself in because the wildest ride of them all is about to begin. See why the LA Times calls space above and beyond a rock'em sock'em science fiction adventure. Catch a brand new episode tonight at 7, 6 Central. That's a terrific new show, Space Above and Beyond. 7 tonight Eastern, 6 Central, right here on the Fox Television Network. With Jerry Glanville, this is Kevin Harlan. On the 20-yard line, Chicago with the 1-point lead. 1st down and 10 yards to go, and they get it out to the twirling tight end, Chris Gedman. He's got a 1st down. to the 35. Pounded by Pat Terrell, a gain of 15 yards.
And Lamar Latham broke clean on the quarterback, and he didn't want to get a penalty. Watch him pull his arms back so he doesn't hit the quarterback with his hand or his arm. They're going to come from the left side. Here's Lamar Latham. He's clean, nobody on him, and he opens up. You can't. He pulls his arms back so he doesn't get a late hit. Watch him. Oh, smart football.
Very smart.
Very smart.
There's a 1st and 10 handoff, and it goes to Rashaan Salam, and he moves a pile to the 40-yard line. 2nd down coming up for the Bears. Now for a McDonald's game break. Let's go back to James Brown in Hollywood. James?
Hey, Kevin, take a look at the time that Troy Aikman gets double teaming Reggie White, number 92, that is. So they go 48 yards to Michael Irvin. He hits pay dirt, and the Cowboys leading comfortably 24-3. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Tell you what, I did not expect that kind of performance from Green Bay today. I thought they'd go in there and really give him a game.
When the Cowboys have that quarterback, they're going to give you problems. They're going to give you a hard, long day.
2nd down and 5. The pass caught by Conway. 1st down midfield. Gain of 10 on the play. Today, Jerry, Eric Kramer has hit 7 different receivers out of the backfield, tight ends, wide receivers like Conway right there. He's had a very nice day throwing the ball.
It's going to end up a Z curl, but to make that open, somebody's got to come to flat and somebody's got to hook. Watch how it all develops, and this is there's the tight end on the hook. Here's the flat. That took all underneath. There's nobody to help the corner on the curl.
Rashaan Salam on 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down. Salam to the 36-yard line. Big block by the tight end, Keith Jennings.
Here's a guy on his birthday. I asked him, what do you want to do when football's over? You're going to love this guy. He said, I want to play 10 years, and then I want to coach Pop Warner football. I want to help the kids.
That's interesting.
A guy said, Pop Warner doesn't pay real good, but if you're drafted 1st round, I guess you don't need to get any money after 10 years.
A couple of weeks ago, we were in New York doing a Giants game, and Dan Reeves was quoted as saying that he wanted Salam, but the group that was leading the front office did not. And Lewis Tillman with his 1st carry today, takes it up the middle and gets a couple yards. Salam will probably check in here in just a second, but Dan Reeves was quoted as saying that he wanted Salam, and the front office said, no, we'd rather have Tyrone Wheatley. He thought this was the prototypical NFC East back running in that cold weather out east during the season.
And big and strong and maybe break some tackles and run over some people. When the hawk comes in, you got to have the good back.
2nd down and 8. Conway, 1st down to the Carolina 25.
Complete to Curtis Conway.
Once again working on the rookie Tyrone Poole.
And what a nice throw. Pressure on the quarterback. He just sticks it right on in there. And Kramer's not the same Kramer he was a year ago.
At the 25.
Good throw. Only guy could catch it. And Poole's wondering, it wasn't like this in college. Poole's got to come and play some inside. He has no outcuts to his side. So if they're not running outcuts on you, get inside before the ball snaps.
Conway having a big day. 1st down and 10 yards to go. Flags are thrown. The handoff. Tillman, former New York Giant. And he goes to the 24. Looked like Carlton Bailey made the tackle. And the offside is called against Carolina.
Offside.
The people that were going to blitz jumped in there too soon. Some people in here a little bit early on this side.
By the defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
So that's an offside. The quarterback cadence is key, and that's what's being delivered by quarterback Eric Kramer. Opposing defensive lines have been called now 8 times for offsides in what is 4.5, almost 5 games. Rashaan Salam, who had a career-long 14-yard carry a couple plays ago, takes it up the middle and comes close to a 1st down, picking up 3. Sam Mills, Mike Fox there with the stop.
And Tony leading the fullback. Watch the fullback come in here, and he's got to make the good block. He's hunting up, looking for Carlton Bailey. There he is, trying to make room for the rookie. 6 A's in his name alone.
Salam lining up in the backfield. 2nd down and 2. 17-yard line. Play action by Kramer. It's his running back. This is Tony Carter for a first down to the 8-yard line of Carolina. First and goal, gain of 9.
And the flat's been open all day. Going back to what's going on, there's nobody in the flat. They're trying to shut down the tight end and the wide receiver, and the back in the flat is open.
Bears came in today 2-2, and with Green Bay losing in Dallas, this becomes a crucial game for Chicago here early in the season. The Panthers winless in 4 games, looking for their first win today. 9th play of the drive. First and goal. Salam to the 6. Poole was there. Carlton Bailey was there. 2 of the trio that makes the stop for Carolina.
And one thing, Tyrone Poole, he's getting a little trouble on the pass, but he'll gain tackle on the run, and he's still trying to help his football team in other phases. Watch him come in. They're trying to swarm him, and here comes the 38 trying to stick, trying to help on the run. He's getting in a little trouble on the pass. They ought to tell him, go play inside and make him throw an out cut, because he's getting beat on all inside cuts.
Good looking drive by the Chicago Bears. Second down goal from the 6. Chicago leads by 1. Kramer's got 2 touchdown passes today, and this one is wide. Ryan Wetnight was in his sights, and Bailey was riding his back.
Looked like a cowboy in a rodeo on that one.
And no penalty flag.
The coverage, the middle.
I kind of like these officials. They're letting them play unless you knock a man on the ground. Unless you throw a guy down, they're sort of letting them play. If you throw a guy down, they're going to call holding.
Kramer's had a good day throwing.
I really liked them last week, too, against a Ram defense that's hard to crack. He exposed the Rams' corners with the deep ball.
Bears now with 3 wide receivers. 3rd down and goal from the 6. And Kramer looking for Graham. It's incomplete. Rod Smith, stride for stride. The veteran Rod Smith out of Notre Dame was with Graham. It's 4th down, and they'll try to go for 3.
He had to throw that over the top. The receiver was never really open. You'll see it here. Good underneath cover. Once you cross the goal line, the defense plays underneath, and he's got him. He's underneath him. Rod Smith making you throw it through him or over the top, making for a tough throw.
Butler is perfect so far. 6 of 6 this year. This will be a 23-yard attempt with the hold from Gedney. Good snap, ball put down. Automatic for Kevin Butler now. 7 of 7 this season. And he annexes the Bears lead with 5:56 remaining in the 3rd.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered.
Soldier Field, 97th consecutive sellout. 66,000, almost 67,000 people in the stands today watching the hometown Chicago Bears lead it 17-13.
Will kick off.
Chicago will kick off. Carolina, the last 2 possessions, or their 2 second-half possessions, 2 punts. So they're looking for something big coming up from the return man. Some kind of spark from Dwight Stone or Butler Benote. And the Sauerbrunn kickoff is away. And Benote from the 12 will get a block and take it past the 30. Give him decent beginning field position to the 32-yard line. Tackled by Myron Baker.
From the 12-yard line.
The hold for the kicker. He has to put the ball down. It's a little to his inside. Gedney, and he has to keep his eyes down. Don't look up. Don't pull the ball forward. Keep looking down. Keep looking down. And that's a nice job. If he looks, he pulls the ball forward, and the ball doesn't get left. What a good job. Chris Gedney, the holder.
32-yard line. First down and 10 for Carolina. They trail 17-13. Moore is in the backfield, and Derek Moore eaten alive by Ron Cox. Back to the 30, the loss. This defense has looked good. And you can see what they have done, forcing opponents 3 plays into punt in the first 4 games. 6, and today, Jerry, against the expansion Panthers, 5 times they have done it.
I think it's the most penetration I've seen by the Bears, and it's not just the line, it's the linebackers. They are coming across the line of scrimmage and knocking the runner for minus yardage.
Second down and 11 from the 31-yard line. Bob Christian gets the fake, and Collins throws. Menselar's the catch, and hardly any gain at all. Maybe a gain of 2. Vincent Smith was there to wrap him up.
That was unusual. It's unusual when you want to throw the ball for a half-a-yard gain. And I saw you do that fake, you do all that protection, you keep another tight end in there, and everybody's blocking, and you're giving everybody an A for effort, and you gain a half-a-yard.
Panthers are struggling, as that graphic just showed, in the second half. They got a 3rd and 9 now with 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Collins with 4 wide receivers. Good time. Swings the ball to the far side, incomplete. Looking for Beebe. Upcoming will be the 6th punt today for Carolina. And Jerry, through 4 games, they had punted 28 times, 7 a game.
This is Brockermeyer, the rookie from Texas, 1st-round pick on Richard Dent. He's got his hands on him. He had his hands outside, got to work him more to the inside. But he's the guy you like to watch play, Kevin.
Wade Barnhart is playing today. He is going to set an all-time record if the season continues like this for punts in a year.
He won. Look at that punt.
High and hanging. Graham backing his way to the 16-yard line. Breaks a couple tackles, and Graham takes it to the 30-yard line. Brought down a gain of 14 yards on the punt of 51. It's 17-13 Chicago. Well, some extra cargo on the Blockbuster Video blimp touring the U.S. in celebration of Blockbuster Video's 10th anniversary. Some great shots today, gentlemen. Thank you very much on an absolutely spectacular day for football here in Chicago. 65 and sunny. With Jerry Glanville, this is Kevin Harlan. And Soldier Field in the shadows of that great Chicago downtown. Joe, this is kind of an important series for both the Bears offense and Carolina's defense, and it begins with the Rashaan Salam run out to the 33-yard line. Whole defense had a hand on that, a gain of 4 in the play.
Carolina's got to rear up on their hind legs and kick like a wild horse. They got to stop the scoring right now. One thing people have to realize, the Bears haven't given up a touchdown the whole season in the 4th quarter. So you better get it close as you can get it right now.
And Carolina's offense has not been very good in the second half all season long. Second down and 6. Chicago on top, 17-13. Kramer once again. Rashaan Salam, the Heisman Trophy winner, is out to the 37-yard line. Gerald Williams, the unrestricted free agent from the Pittsburgh Steelers, got a hand on him.
Carolina's trying to stop the run. They're going to build an 8-man front, so they walk the safety up, but they walk him up on the weak side. They walk him up to build the 8-man front, but the Bears come away from the safety, so he is of no value. He doesn't help them. He's away from where they're running.
Is Salam reading that? Is that an audible by the quarterback? Or?
No, that they had the right call on, the right play.
A 3rd and 1. Salam close to a 1st down. Had to get at the 40, and that's about where they'll spot him.
The formation should have told the safety in the split set, Kevin, they're not going to run open. They're going to run to the tight end, open being the weak side. When you walk up and you're in another formation, everybody should slide on over.
Buffalo on top of the Jets. Jacksonville still with the lead over Pittsburgh. We cannot figure out the Steelers this year. We saw them week 1 against Detroit.
That was a great game we had. We had 2 excellent football teams in the opening. The Steelers versus the Lions. And neither one of them have played like we thought they would.
Jerry, a season ago, you thought that the Central Division, as they mark the 1st down and they get it by the length of a football, you thought the NFC Central Division was as good a division, as competitive a division as you found in the NFL. What about this year?
Well, last year I said everybody had a chance except Tampa. And now you can't say that. Now everybody's got a chance in the division other than Carolina. It's hard to say Tampa's got a good team. It doesn't come out of your mouth right. You look around like you made a mistake. But Tampa's got a pretty good team, and that's hard to say.
1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. And the pass, Kramer to the sideline, incomplete. Never throwing an incompletion. We'll send it back to JB in Hollywood. James?
Try not to, Kevin, and take a look. Gus Frerotte did not on this play as well. Washington's offense a little better here. Off the play action, the counter boot. Frerotte knots it up for Washington against Philadelphia at 24. Let's take it back to Kevin and Jerry.
How improved is that Redskin ball club, huh?
How about Gus Frerotte?
Yeah.
You gotta love that guy. All he does is beat out all the high picks, and the crowd loves him. Everybody loves the guy not making any money. That's why I got a chance.
Second down and 10. Salam with the block from Carter. Good pursuit by the Carolina defense. Mills got a hand in that stop.
You always come up with, I don't know how you come up with the right word. You say good, swarming, gang tackling, pursuit. Watch these people. Watch them chase.
3rd and 9 from the Bears. 41.
Oh, what a nice job, huh? That's Lamar Latham all the way from the backside. The backside linebacker chasing him down.
3rd down and 9. Salam is zeroing in on 100 yards today. Oh, nice pass by Kramer. Green, though, is caught up in traffic and goes down at the 44. And it looks like Chicago's going to have to punt again. Bubba McDowell got him from behind.
Thomas. A gain of 3.
They're going to blitz people and play. Look at these people coming, and here's a defensive down lineman dropping off into the zone. Pretty clever. That's Mark Thomas playing right in, and he replaced the zone where the secondary people blitzed. That's called a zone dog.
Sauerbrunn with the punt. It'll be inside the 10. Gulliford at the 7. Oh, as he crunched at the 12. Mangum was there. Barry Minter was there. A return of 5 and a nice punt by Sauerbrunn of 48 yards.
And there, that woke up the Bear. The Bear fans want to see hitting. As soon as we get a nice big hit, the Bear fans start cheering. The Bear fans, I don't know if they even like the forward pass. They want to see hitting. That's what the Bears are all about.
48 yards.
Well, next week it's exciting NFL doubleheader action when the Bears take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second consecutive expansion team Chicago will play. And the Cowboys battle the Chargers, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. Next week on Fox. Carolina has their worst starting field position. And one of their worst runs of the day to boot. No gain at all. Vincent Smith and Al Fontenot plug up Derek Moore.
The Bears defensive line, I don't know if they've played any better than what they're playing today. They are stopping all the running lanes. They're shutting down any place for the backs to go.
We talked about speed before. One time, Jerry, all of these linemen played linebacker somewhere along their career.
That's how you end up with people that can change direction, run, and chase.
Second down and 10 for Collins with time, and the throw drops by Carrier. Would have been a first down at the 27-yard line. Marty Carter was right on his tail.
May have popped a finger out of joint.
Carrier, incomplete.
He looks in pain, doesn't he?
You stick your hand out like that, a lot of times the finger leaves the socket.
Marty Carter.
Boy, it sounds painful.
Oh, that's what they got to do is just pull on it.
The coverage on the play was Marty Carter.
I hit him right in the palm.
Wow.
It's out right now. He says, the heck with the ball, someone get my finger.
Well, Carrier is down, and Marty Carter is down from the secondary. Carrier's already caught a big touchdown pass today of 66 yards for Carolina.
And Marty Carter, you talk about picking up a good player from Tampa Bay. They're looking for a safety. They get a guy that the only game he has not made is the first game. And then they got Mark Carrier here of the other safety who's never missed a game. So their two safeties have missed a total of 1 game in their career.
That is something.
You just don't have that luxury. Most teams, I mean, you can't count on that. These guys, they're going to answer the bell.
Carter gets up. That is a good sign. They're still working on the hand of wide receiver Mark Carey on the far side.
Tape it. Tape that little finger out of the socket next to one that's in place.
Please report.
I'd like to remind you this game is presented by authority of the NFL and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the expressed written consent of the Chicago Bears and the National Football League is prohibited. Third down, Jerry, and 10 to go for Carolina. They trail with a half-minute remaining in the third quarter, 17-13.
And they switch Richard Dent over the right guard. They move the tackles around.
Good notice. Here comes Collins. Here comes Dent. Collins is hit, throws the ball, and it's caught. Eric Gulliford on the move and throws by Mark Carrier, and a first down to the Chicago Bear 37-yard line. Gulliford the catch, and how about Collins sticking in the pocket?
He stood right in there, and you called it. There were people falling around. Here's the end zone. Watch the protection. They run a tackle loop. There's the end. They're all over. They're actually hitting him in the hip. That was John Thury getting a little bump on the hip as he was throwing.
First and 10 for the Panthers.
So some new life for the Carolina offense as we finish the third quarter. Panthers on the move, trailing 17-13. A beautiful shot of downtown Chicago.
Now we sleep, Kevin, right about here, but we love to eat right over here. And you can walk back and forth in Chicago. What a great city.
I'd like to see you right about there.
Oh, yeah. Swallowing the lake. That's what you'd like.
Well, we begin the fourth quarter with Carolina on the move. They just got their first down since late in the second quarter. Collins completed a 49-yarder. This time he can't complete a 4-yarder to Eric Gulliford. It's incomplete. That's second down.
That's a dangerous pass. That's a tip. That little underneath, that's called a china or a hide. And if that thing gets up in the air like that, that's a pick. That's a. Oh, I love Wanstead. I think he's fired 5 players this game. I think he went out there and got rid of a bunch of people hollering, screaming at him.
Here's what you've been talking about most of the game. Fourth quarter touchdown has not been allowed by the Bears defense. Only 3 points all fourth quarter all this season.
That'll keep you in a bunch of games, Kevin.
Second down and 10. We're just into the fourth quarter with Carolina trailing by 4. Maybe too much time.
I saw the right tackle and right guard move. The tight end Messelar was in motion. He wasn't offsides, but I think him motioning behind him had him jump.
False start. Prior to the snap by the offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
Derek Graham, the right tackle. You can watch Messelar, who, by the way, is older than Richard Dent, the tight end. He's coming in motion, but this is the guy. Watch him jump a little bit. There you go. He jerked. Did he jerk?
Yeah.
Clinched?
Second down and 15. Ball back at the 42 for Kerry Collins. Pocket crumbles, passes high and incomplete. Looking for tight end Lawyer Tillman, a converted tight end. He was wide receiving with the Cleveland Browns. And they've changed to a tight end because he's gained some weight with Carolina.
The tight end is on the weak side with no wideouts over here, but they're playing an unusual set for a third. Second and 15 is like 3rd and 5, and you got too many DBs to throw against. They're going to pick it off on you. You got to match up. Now here they come with all wideouts. You got to match up when they come with that nickel.
Pretty important play for the Panthers. 3rd down and 15 at the Chicago 42-yard line. Spellman was offsides. The pass is incomplete. They were looking for Gulliford, and it looked like Spellman was called offside.
He certainly was. He left early.
That'll be the 4th penalty against Chicago today.
That's the things they've been avoiding. Just about the time you swell up and you beat yourself on the chest, you're going to make those mistakes.
Yeah, I think you just said it.
By the defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
This is a team that does not beat themselves with penalties like that.
No, that he won't. Now watch him. Watch him. Jerk.
Just call that guy a jerk?
No. He's not a jerk. He jerked. He flinched.
He did jerk.
I wouldn't call anybody that big. We interviewed him one time. His suit could fill up my whole family. I never saw a bigger guy than
he is a big guy. He spent the offseason talking with Derek Thomas and Reggie White about how he could become a better pass rusher, better defensive end. In fact, they've moved him from the right side now to the left side, which he is not that crazy about, but nonetheless, on 3rd and 10, he tees off on Collins, and Spellman got him.
And you can't blame Derek Graham. Derek Graham held him out a long time, but the quarterback held the ball, and then Spellman hit the quarterback's arm.
Looks like those lectures from Derek Thomas of Kansas City and Reggie White in Green Bay paid off.
He's going to be right here, but watch the tackle. Watch Derek Graham hold him. Oh, he's got a nice block on him, pushing him out of there, but the quarterback was just holding the ball. Well, they're up in each other's throats. They're pushing on a pad.
Barnhart to punt. 7th punt today, and this will be the 35th punt of the season for Carolina. Graham will watch it go out of bounds at the 11. Yeah, very nice punt.
What a great punt. He's a punt. When he was in school doing the punt, pass, and kick, only time he lost, he got beat out by a girl. Other than that, he's the best punter.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. Drivers want it. By Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. Get it while it's hot. And by DirecTV. It's personalized TV.
In the background, the Adler Planetarium. Fox is the home of the Bears in the NFC, and we're happy to be here in Chicago. The Bears have a lead of 17-13 right now over the Carolina Panthers, the expansion Panthers. Worst beginning field position right now for Chicago. From their 11-yard line, Rashaan Salam wrapped up and taken down. We'll get a nice wrap now from James Brown with this McDonald's game break from Hollywood.
Hey, Kevin and Jerry, this is not the way Green Bay drew up the play. Take a look. Brett Favre flushed out of the pocket, running right, throws across his body, finds Mark Chmura back in the end zone, making it respectable, trailing 31-17. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Question is now, is there enough time down in Dallas for Green Bay to pull off the upset? 2nd down and 11. We're in the 4th quarter here. Bears on top, 17-13, and that is a loose ball and recovered by Greg Cragen. It's a touchdown! And Carolina has taken the lead with 13:52 left in the game.
It was ruled a fumble and a Carolina touchdown.
And Carolina was going to run an 8-man front to stop the run. They thought it was a run, and he walks up. And here comes the linebacker blitz. That's 2 inside linebackers, and they turn the nose loose.
That's the first sack of Kramer in over 2 games, and the first sack in well over 100 pass attempts for Eric Kramer. Casey, the extra point. And Carolina getting a fumble from the Bears and cashing in with Greg Cragen getting the sack. And then the touchdown by the Panthers and Cragen to get it. It's 20-17 Carolina. Steve Walsh, who took the place of the injured Eric Kramer last year, warming up on the sideline. There is no hint that Kramer is injured now or that Walsh will come in. But nonetheless, we saw what we just saw. So put that away, and we've got 13:52 remaining in this game. Casey will be kicking off to Nate Lewis, who's had a pretty good day returning the ball for the Chicago Bears. A short kickoff at the 15. Lewis runs into his own blocker, bounces outside. Casey is on his tail, and he knocks him out of bounds near midfield.
He's changed the return game for the Bears. Now watch these. He's going to loop weak because these 2 linebackers are going to run what you call a Mickey. 2 inside linebackers inside, and when they pass it off, they let the nose man go. Number 71, Greg, watch him. Oh, bad. He's clear and whacks the quarterback from behind. You can't get mad at Kramer. He can't block him.
That was a 34-yard return by Chicago as we see a 1st and 10 handoff to Rashaan Salam. And he's down to the 47 and some pushing after the play. Eric Kramer is in as the Chicago quarterback. That was a 34-yard return on the #1 kickoff coverage team in the NFL, that of Carolina.
And it was a terrible kick. We haven't seen a good kickoff. That was a terrible kickoff. That had trouble written on it when it left his foot. Looked like Jay Lewinberg and Sam Mills were getting after each other a little bit.
Carolina has scored the most points today than at any time all season. They equal the 20 points in the overtime against Atlanta. 2nd down and and 7. Fake by Kramer. Dumps it off, and it's almost picked off at the 42-yard line by the rookie Tyrone Poole.
And what caused that problem is the first time, Kevin, they threw a cover 2 on him. They let the corner's going to let the wideout go, and he's going to sit in the flat. This corner, he's just going to sit there. I don't care about that guy. I'm playing the screen. I'm playing for anything happening over there. First time cover 2 sort of shook up the Bears right there.
Well, it's a big stand right now, a big third down play for the defense of Carolina.
But 3rd and long does not bother Kramer's arm. He's got the arm. He doesn't care if it's 3rd and whatever. He can throw it down through there.
Well, he's got a deal right now with 3rd down and 7. Conway is in motion. Kramer dumps it off. Screen pass. Green has to get to the 41. Has the first down. Robert Green takes it inside the 35. Good block by Perry and Fontenot. Pick up a 14 yards on the play.
They had a motion. They built the trips to the Bears' right. Everybody knew the ball was coming to the right. Everybody's over here in a covey. And what is it? It's a screen to the weak side where it's one-on-one, no help. Everybody was trying to help to the trips. The backs, look at all the blockers in front. Good design by the Bear offense.
14-yard gain by Green, who has all 3 of his receptions today on 3rd down. On the 34th, Carolina. Chicago 1st down and 10. Nice little dart thrown to Keith Jennings. He picks up 8 to the 27. Terrell and Mills hunt him down.
And the Panthers think and run. They're going to blitz the strong safety, Kevin. They're going to bring Brett Maxey off this right side and make it a zone drop, and they can't get there quick enough. Here comes the safety right here, and there's nobody there. The inside backer has to go all the way out, and Sam Mills can't get there in time.
Second and 3. Salam breaking a couple tackles. Has the first down to the Carolina 22. He broke the tackle of Carlton Bailey, an 8-year veteran and the rookie Heisman Trophy winner, has the first down.
And Carolina didn't swarm him that time, didn't get after him. You got to Lamar Latham, you got to keep out playing. They got to keep doing what they've been doing. The Bears will shove it down their throat. Somebody's got to get the Panthers to rear up on their hind legs now and kick and fight.
Gain of 4. Salam zeroing in on 100 yards. It's 1st down and 10 for Chicago. Trailing by 3. We're in the 4th. And again, Salam close to a 1st down near the 13-yard line. Gains 9. McKyer makes the stop from the cornerback for the Carolina Panthers.
And a good bounce outside by Salam. It was supposed to be a lead inside. It's split backfield. It's supposed to go into here. See that? It's supposed to fight. He didn't like it. He saw the linebacker. He jumped outside. Didn't like Bailey. And he's got enough speed to get outside and gain more yardage on McKyer. Good job. This young back may grow up, may help him.
He's got a 100-yard day, the first time in his career, his second start as a pro. And the Carolina defense gives up a 100-yard rusher for the first time this year. Lewis Tillman with flags on the field, banging his way near the 10. Maxey and Mills were there.
And somebody either lost their head or their helmet on that collision.
I hope it was the helmet.
Let's see if there's a head in there. That's a strong, that's a Maxey. Woo! Brett Maxey, strong safety, went up in there. He ended up playing without a headgear. Usually when that happens, somebody jumps on the headgear and recovers it.
Offside against Carolina.
Offsides by the defensive nose guard. 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
Watch the hit by Brett Maxey, the strong safety.
The penalty.
Be coming from the left. There is 39. There's a good hit, hat on hat. Look at this guy. He's going to recover the helmet. Everybody thinks it's the football.
So after the Bears fumble and Carolina recovers it in the end zone for a touchdown, Chicago's offense comes back with the 1st and goal at the 8. 7th play of the drive. Kramer short and wide and incomplete to Tony Carter. 2nd and goal.
1st in about 8, and you got to pass. Like him bang at him here. I don't know why, but that's they're throwing it. It's their call. Now you got 2nd. Now you got to throw it again, Kevin.
Would you rather see him run?
You know, this is the Bears. This is Chicago. This isn't Indiana Bears. Stick it on them.
2nd down and goal from the 8. 8th play of the Chicago drive. Bears trail by 3. Whitnight in motion. Handoff. Green shifting his way to the 1.
Robert Green's a long down back, the 3rd down and long, so it's 2nd and 7. They surprised him. Good job by the coaches. Watch him. It's supposed to go off to the left, but he's going to cut it back. It starts to the left. Doesn't like it. Look at that hole. Lillenberg. Wow, what a block.
Now 3rd and goal at the 1. They have brought in Flanagan, as they often do in situations like this. Green is in the backfield from the 1. 3rd down and goal. Kramer. Green, the fake, and it's a touchdown. Ryan Whitnight. Chicago's back on top.
And the Bear crowd came alive in that series. Everybody in the stands got standing on their feet on that 3rd down play. We got to go back to the run down to the 1. Jerry Fontenot made an outstanding block. Took his man down 6-7 yards and buried him.
3rd touchdown pass today by quarterback Eric Kramer. Butler will try the extra point on the Chris Gedney hold. That's a big one because now the Bears go up by 4 with 9:22 remaining. So the Bears respond well. They turn it over. Carolina gets the touchdown, and on the subsequent drive, it's Kramer to Gedney for the touchdown.
Coverage begins 12 noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
The touchdown pass to Ryan Whitnight has got the Chicago Soldier Field crowd in a frenzy. His first touchdown catch this season for Ryan Whitnight.
Well, that's a Chicago crowd we know. When we used to come in here, they were alive and well. They woke up. They're going to help the Bears.
The kickoff by Sauerbrunn. It hits the end zone, and they'll take it out with Butler Benote. Benote breaks a couple tackles and gives him great beginning field position at the 33. A return of 35. Tackle made by Kevin Minifield. We go back out to Hollywood, and here's James Brown.
Hey, Kevin, good run there. Take a look at this run. Brett Favre dropping back. Pocket collapses. He decides to run 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. He double pumps. 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Green Bay draws within 31-24. Less than 8 in the 4th. Back to Kevin and Jerry.
Favre can almost do it by himself, can't he? Huh?
He looks like a fat woman running out of a girdle, but he always gets it in the end zone. I remember when we drafted him. He just is such a great competitor.
So Chicago by 4. 1st and 10. Derek Moore. Down he goes. And a big grab by Chris Zorich. First time we've called him today, and he throws him for a loss.
Zorich loves playing here in his hometown.
Chicago Magazine called him one of the most influential people in this huge city of Chicago.
Well, he does so much for the city. Watch the penetration. Chase come around this way, coming from the backside.
2nd down and 12. George threw him for a 2-yard loss. 4 down linemen for Chicago. Collins, good time. Now he's hit by Flanagan, and the pass is broken up. Joe Kane was riding Eric Gullifer down. It's an incomplete pass.
Good protection. Quarterback stood in there, and then it got in his face, Kevin, and he had to throw it sidearm and sling it. And Joe Kane, he'll stick his hand, he'll stick his right hand. Watch the quarterback sidearm. He doesn't like these people in front of him. He'll sling it sideways. Look at that left hand right on that ball. Nice play by Joe Kane.
And Joe Kane, who began his college career as a safety, relying on some of those intuitive powers from years gone by. Now 3rd down and 12. 3 wide receivers for Collins, and a big play for the Carolina offense. And the pass is caught. 1st down. Mark Carrier at the 43-yard line.
They went 3 down linemen and then moved Thury all the way outside to the left. And watch this rookie guard. Here's Thury standing over there. Watch this rookie guard, Garcia. He's not fooled. Look at him. Sticks him. Bench presses him right over backwards. What a catch, too.
Well, we thought it was a 1st down, but the spot was not very good for Carolina. And we'll see where they mark him down. This is some kind of catch, wasn't it?
You go for it here, Kevin?
I think you're an expansion team. Why not, huh?
Haven't won a game?
Why not? You got 8:14. The clock is ticking down, and your offense is not known as a good second-half offense. If you got some momentum, you might as well grab it.
Playing on the road, roll the dice.
I think they got the first down here. It will be close.
By a chain link.
By half the length of a football, and they couldn't have come up with a bigger play for Dom Capers, former defensive coordinator for Bill Cowher in Pittsburgh. In fact, Carolina wanted him so bad, Jerry, it cost him 2 draft picks because they were tampering before the league allowed him to actually talk. They wanted to get a jump on Jacksonville, and sure enough, they got him.
They shouldn't be cheating like that.
What do you say, though? What's your little phrase?
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. They live in NASCAR. They live where NASCAR is. The theory in NASCAR is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And so they picked up that Charlotte NASCAR theory.
8 minutes remaining in the game. Chicago leading by 4. 1st and 10 for Carolina. Good play action by Collins. It'll buy him some time. Got a good block. And Collins will run for safety to his own sideline. Bob Christian was blocking the oncoming rush, and that's when the flag was thrown.
Flags on the play.
And it's on Christian.
Holding.
Well, they had all kinds of penalties on that one play.
And the Bears threw a cover 2 on Charlotte, just like Charlotte threw it on the Bears. And the cover 2 made the quarterback scramble.
Cover 2, you got 2 guys keeping deep.
2 safeties have half the field, and the corners just hang around the flat and really worries you. We're going to show you cover 2. Cover 2, these 2 corners, you got 4 on 2, and the safeties, see him just hang around, nothing in the flat. He can drop, he can come underneath. By that
there
time,
were 2 fouls by the offense. There was a holding by the offense, number 44. That penalty is declined. There was also a personal foul, chop block, by the offense, number 64 and 44. That penalty is accepted, 15 yards. Repeat, first down.
And a big penalty against the Carolina Panthers.
A chop block by the back. Once the lineman has the defensive lineman engaged, the back cannot block below the waist. So Bob Christian must have blocked below the waist when Curtis Whitney had the man engaged. You can't do that.
Now 1st and 25 for the Carolina Panthers. Stay tuned for our Miller Lite player of the game. Well, there are a lot of them to choose from, too, on both sides. Oh, and Collins fumbles the snap, picks it up, and throws. And it's caught by Carrier. Kept the presence in mind, the young rookie quarterback did, and got it out to Carrier. Donnell Wolford then jumped on Carrier on the sideline.
Here's a rookie quarterback, fumbles the snap on the ground. Watch him, he has to pick it up and find it, and now throws a completion. Pretty good presence of what's going on.
18 to 35.
The corner's not threatened deep, so he can drive the route. Wolford just sitting back there really in a rocking chair, not worried about anybody going by him.
Carrier's got a touchdown of 66 yards, 5 receptions today. 2nd down to 19. This play is blown dead.
Flanagan moved for the Bears, and I believe the left tackle, old Blake Rockermeyer, moved.
False start by the offense prior to the snap, number 68. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
That's what you get for bragging on him. You were saying how good he was.
Now the penalties beginning to mount up for Carolina here in this 4th quarter. When they need to play spotless football, it is not coming their way.
And they came in the game with only 24 penalties, the 4th fewest penalties in the National Football.
They got 6 today.
24 and 6, that's still 30?
Yes.
Still 30.
2nd down and 24. Collins, who has not been sacked today, throws, and it's picked off by Kevin Minifield, and a flag down at the 41. They were looking for Gulliford, and Minifield jumps in the way. And if it holds, it'll be his first interception of the season. And it's against Chicago, Jerry. The penalty is against Chicago.
Well, that was a nice play by Minifield. He was hanging, he was on his back hip, and when he threw it, he drove underneath.
And that would have been his first career interception. Would have been.
Coach wants.
Before the ball was intercepted, there was illegal contact by the defense, number 24. That's a 5-yard penalty, results in an automatic first down for Carolina.
Was on Minifield, the guy that just picked off the pass.
I saw him on the hip. I didn't see him push him, but I saw he was awful close to him. Let's get a good look at it all here together. Here he is right here, and he's got a push on him. Now he's on his hip. I thought he just got underneath him, and he did.
So for Carolina, Jerry, they get an automatic first down, and they retain possession of the ball. That was a big play.
If I was, did you see the push? Did you see the illegal hit?
I don't think Dave Wanstead
I
saw
don't
it
think
either.
Dave did either. That'll make your mustache get stiff.
It's 1st and 10 for Carolina at their own 35. Carrier is in motion. The blitz is on, was picked up, and Derek Moore takes it for a gain of 9 yards to the 44. Big block by Derek Graham.
And Derek Moore's been silent. They've sort of got into a passing game here. You got to bring him back into the game. This guy's a full-speed, herky-jerky, fight your way through. Watch his vision.
His nickname is Herky Jerky.
Herky Jerky. Look at him. Cover that ball 2 hands. Splatter somebody. If you don't like this guy, you don't like football.
Approaching 6 minutes in the game, and Carolina down by 4. Moore has to get to the 45, and he just barely got down to the line of scrimmage.
Penetration by the Bears. The best I've seen. They are getting penetration coming up through there.
Flanagan that time, Jerry.
Well, this is not the place to run on the Bears. Do not go to your right side. Don't run the Flanagan. Do not run the Spillman. You're looking for a headache. You're looking for someone. Look at him fold. Look at poor Metzler. They're bending him up like an accordion. You got to go the other way. You got to run over the 30.
What will most assuredly be a series of big plays now for Carolina. They've got it 3rd down and 1. 5.5 remaining. They trail by 4. They need to get to the 45. Moore, stop. He did not get it. Joe Kane with the big hit.
Joe Kane either was blitzing or he read it so fast he ran through the gap. He hit it so quick it looked like a blitz, but he may have read it. Joe Kane's going to come off to your left. He's going to come running through. He's there already. Hit that gap.
Untouched.
Somebody should have slid off to get him. Maybe Garcia. Somebody did not slide off to get him. And you could. 4th down, they're going for it. This is the ball game.
4th down and 2.
How much time they got?
Play clock was at 1, and they called the timeout. They burned their first second-half timeout. So Kerry Collins in what may be the biggest play of the game for the Carolina Panthers. We'll talk it over with Dom Capers.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered.
Lazy Sunday afternoon in Chicago and the shore of Lake Michigan. Well, back here in Chicago, 4:48 remains in the game. The Bears lead by 4, 24-20. The Panthers, Jerry, going for it at their own 43, 4th down and 2.
They have to because they're 4 points down instead of 3. If they were 3 points down, you'd punt. 4 points, you got to go score a touchdown. It's a blitz, all-out blitz.
Collins trying to get him off. They're not going to jump.
That's a nice one.
So they'll take the 5-yard penalty and punt, I would assume, and that's what they'll do.
Look at the score. They're 4 points down. I think with 4:48, that's not 3. Maybe you go get it. Maybe I was hoping they'd snap the ball there and give us a play. But that's why he's coaching, and that's why I'm up here with you. He knows what he wants to do.
This will be the 8th punt by Barnhart.
Is it punt formation? Jeff Graham.
Any punter that goes with an expansion team will probably need a leg transplant.
Well, they're on a pace right now for the all-time record, which is held by the 81 Bears of 114 punts in a season. Barnhart with the rush on, gets it high and long, and Graham wants the fair catch, backpedaling to the 12. Now 4:41 remaining, and Chicago leads at 24-20. That was a punt of 50 yards by Barnhart, and a good one. Well, next week, exciting NFL doubleheader action. The Bears of Chicago take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Dallas Cowboys take on San Diego, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. Well, Carolina on an absolutely terrific afternoon for football here in Chicago has really played a solid Chicago team today very well, I think.
They have. They fought them all the way, but with a little bit of time, they can't give up any first downs now. Nice
gain of 1, maybe 2 to the 15. Brought down by Sam Mills. This has been some kind of game. A lot of passing. A lot of touchdown throws by both quarterbacks. In fact, Kramer's got 3 of them today. A lot of lead changes in the game. Carolina has had their share of leads today. Collins, pretty good afternoon throwing. Not a single Carolina turnover. They've had 11 in the last 2 games, but not one today. And Rashaan Salam over 100 yards rushing.
And Carolina's got to watch the clock. If they stop here, it's not a bad place to take a timeout if they stop them here.
Second down, 7. They get it off to the tight end, Keith Jennings, who has already caught a touchdown pass today. He's to the 21. And that is his 4th reception this afternoon. Eric Kramer has found the big tight end.
And they're under 4 minutes. Big. This is their chance. This third down is their chance. You got to watch for the run. You're the Carolina. You're sitting in your living room and you live in Charlotte. You got to stop the run here along with the pass. The run has to come with 2 backs. You got to stop the run.
Third down and 2. Salah. Boy, they got him, and Sam Mills came shooting through. And Chicago has got a punt, and Carolina's defense really played that well.
And they did it with both inside linebackers on the dog in the blitz. You'll see these 2 linebackers. They're blitzing. Here they come on a crisscross. Nice shot. Who else would do it but the coach? Sam Mills is like a coach on the field.
Sauerbrunn to punt. He's had a so-so day, and they need him now to get off a career kick. Good snap. The punt is a bad one. Low and short, and Gulliford will give him great beginning field position as he dances free. Oh, Gulliford gets by the punter. He's gone, and Carolina will take the lead.
Line drive. A line drive punt. You can't cover a line drive kick. You got to have hang time in the National Football League or they stick it on you.
2:37 left in the game. The line drive punt by Sauerbrunn gave Gulliford all the time he needed. Carolina leads by 2 over Chicago.
Line drive. I used to stand on the sideline, and if the ball didn't get above my head, I knew we had to punch the punter in the mouth. That'll kill you.
There's an important extra point right now, and it's by Casey, and it's good, and it's a 3-point game with 2.5 minutes to play. Gulliford's first punt return for a touchdown in his career. And Gulliford, who was picked by the Minnesota Vikings, an expansion draft pick by Carolina, in his 3rd year out of Arizona State, has come up with perhaps his biggest play as a pro.
He had to get by the first guy on his own, and then because of no hang time, they can't get over. I saw a nice block coming in there behind him, and he's off and running. The line drive in the National Football League, you tell the punt returner, you got the first guy by yourself, juke by him, and he's gone.
Carolina came into today 0-4, looking for their first win. Jacksonville won their first game last week. And Sauerbrunn, who has definitely been a liability today, when they needed the big kick, Jerry, they did not get it from the rookie from West Virginia.
The National Football League is made up of one statement. What have you done for me lately? And right now, lately hasn't happened for the punter.
(27-24). Carolina with the lead, looking at their first win. And just as a side note, Chicago was favored more than any other team in any other game for this Sunday slate of games.
But as we watched the film, our feeling was this team was improving. They had a shot of beating what's hard to say, a good Tampa team. They didn't turn the ball over. Now, what helps the Bears here is they're not getting good kickoffs. The kickoffs for the Panthers have been terrible. They've been coming down on the 20-25-yard line. So maybe this bad kickoff will help the Bears.
Casey, the kickoff, it is short, it is high, and this will help the Bears. And with it, Tony Carter make it Robert Green, and he is out to the 40-yard line. He bumped into Carter, but it was Green that returned it to the 40-yard line. And you can see here when teams in an expansion year, Jerry, capture their very first win.
They range all the way from first to Tampa Bay for first game Minnesota. And of course this team is trying to fit in there and slide in there. But again, the poor kicking on both sides have given both offenses pretty good field position.
So Eric Kramer's got his bag full now. 2.5 minutes to play, down by 3 to an expansion Carolina ball club that has played a great ball game this afternoon. Quick count, quick throw, incomplete to Jeff Graham. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Zone dog. Remember that. This is a blitz, but it's not man-to-man. This is what the Steelers are all about. They're going to be blitzing off this side. He's going to be here, and he's got to walk down and zone him up. Wow, this guy all the way from the backside, the right defensive end, is coming to the strong side hook. Come on, gang.
Graham, 1 reception today. They've thrown to him 4 times. 2nd down and 10. From the 40-yard line, Kramer dumps it off. Robert Green by midfield. He's got the first down. By the 45, he's into Panther territory. Belted out of bounds at the 41. Pickup of 19 on the play.
Nobody in the flat. That's for a back. That's been the story the whole ball game. The back is open in the flat because they're going underneath the wideouts. The safeties, the linebackers are rolling underneath the wideouts. They haven't covered a back in the flat since we started the game.
Clock is stopped with them going out of bounds at 2:18. 27-24 Carolina. And Kramer will take a timeout. And now each team, Jerry, with 2 remaining in the final 2:18 in the game.
Carolina didn't like the matchup. It looked like 4 wideouts with the Bears. They had a tight end detached from the set. In Carolina, they want to get more DBs in there, I believe. If they do that, then open to the run here a little bit. You got plenty of time to run the ball here.
And on the Chicago side of things, Kramer knows this is too important an area to screw up. So why not talk things over a bit with Dave Wannstedt in the sideline?
At 6:30 p.m. on WGN Radio.
We've had a great ball game, and you got to love Carolina. They have not surrendered. They looked a little bad on that drive where the Bears went in for a touchdown. They didn't swarm and chase and hit, and then the punt return sparked them.
27-24 Carolina, as you see Dom Capers trying to engineer what would be a tremendous come-from-behind win, his first as a head coach and the first in the history of the Carolina Panthers.
We asked him how important a win was, and he told us what's important is how hard we play at the end of each game regardless of the score. He's looking to see who is working hard.
1st and 10 at the Panthers 40.
Kramer has his call. 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. And he has deployed 4 wide receivers, and he hands it off, and eating him up at the line of scrimmage was Mike Fox. He got on Robert Green and rode him down like a rodeo cowboy.
And Mike Fox, the guy they got from the Giants, the guy we could not believe the Giants could let a Mike Fox leave, and he's the guy that will step up and make the play. He said Mike Fox, Messeler, and these are leaders. These are guys that the other teams can follow.
2-minute warning in Chicago.
39.
Carolina 27-24 over the Chicago Bears. The 2-minute warning. 5 lead changes, Jerry, in this game. 3 in the 4th quarter alone.
If you're the Carolinas, though, this is the goal line. Don't let them cross here. They got a field goal. Stop them here. If you're the Carolina, you're sitting down there in Charlotte. Don't let them cross the 31, the 32. They get there. They get over here. They kick a field goal. You're overtime. Stop them right. That's the goal line.
And they have a field goal kicker, speaking of Chicago, that has not missed at all this season. He is the only remaining kicker in the NFL who is perfect so far. Kramer needs to be perfect now. 2nd down and 10. There's a flag. Kramer throws, deflected, and incomplete. Mike Fox may have jumped on the defensive line.
It looked like Fox. As soon as we brag on somebody, he'll mess up. Oh, that kills him. The voice of the Chicago Bears. They pull more defensive linemen off sides with the snap count than anybody in football.
9 times this season. Right here is number 9.
By the defense, number 93. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
The quarterback cadence is key. Kramer, one of the best at it. And here's what it sounds like. Fox is a 6-year veteran, too. He should know better.
And they're just 2 yards away from tying this thing up. You got to rear up and fight him here if you're the Carolina.
2nd down and 5. Kramer to Graham, and he's got the 1st down at the 28-yard line. His 2nd catch today. Bubba McDowell stopped him. They'll move the chains. The clock now ticking at 1:45.
Now they've crossed that goal line. Now now you play for overtime. Don't give them a touchdown. So now the Panthers got to change. They are past that marker, which we said was a goal line. They're in field goal range.
1st down and 10 for Kramer. Throws and completes the pass to Ryan Wetnight, who's caught a touchdown today. His 4th reception of the season. Sam Mills makes the stop at the 21.
Bears took the timeout. They're spreading. The Bears are doing a good job. They got the formation spread all over, and they're making inside linebackers cover slants to a spread tight end, and that's tough.
Bears have 1 timeout remaining, and there is Kevin Butler, who's already kicked a field goal today of 23 yards. Butler coming in was 6 of 6, now 7 of 7, and as we said before, the only kicker right now in the NFL who has not missed a kick. Coming up on the NASDAQ postgame report, JB will have all the scores from this week 6 of the NFL. That's all coming up next on the Fox NFL Sunday game report.
And Butler, in the pregame warm-up, I've never seen this in pro football. He's the guy out front leading the team. There's not many teams that'll let a kicker get out front and lead the stretching exercises. So the whole team believes in this guy.
1:27 remaining in the game in regulation. 2nd down and 4. Kramer slipped, and he'll throw to the end zone looking for Conway, and it's incomplete. Covered by veteran Rod Smith. Smith did not start today. They had the rookie back there in his place, but Smith was there when it counted.
Well, what's happened is they had all the DBs in there now, so the rookie went back on the slot. But Rod Smith twisted and turned his head around. There was contact, but he was as much right as a receiver when he twists and loops his head. Here's Carolina trying to put a new pass rusher in there.
Third down and 4.
Now that rookie is on the slot, which is the toughest place to cover anybody.
Kramer with 4 wide receivers. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up, and Kramer throws, and it's caught by Graham. Graham knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Make it the 6. Rod Smith knocked him out of play. Stopping the clock, getting the 1st down. 1:17 to play.
The slot to the flat. When he's that far open, it looked like the outside man for the Bears went inside. I don't think it was a pick, but the outside guy went down inside and rubbed on everybody.
.117 left. 1st down and goal from the 7. And Kramer gives the call. Robert Green shimmies his way to the 2. Mike Fox chopped him down. We'd like to welcome the entire country to Soldier Field in Chicago. On a terrific day for football with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. Carolina has come back from behind. They've taken the lead. We're under a minute to play. Chicago is at the Carolina 1. They've got it 2nd down and goal. Dom Capers looking for his 1st win for the expansion team. The fake by Kramer. The pass dropped at the 1. They were going for Flanagan. The defensive tackle who they put in short yardage situations, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
They did this earlier. They're inside. They're down there that close, and they want to throw rather than run. Now, Flanagan even though he's a defensive lineman, scored 59 touchdowns in his high school career, 30 in 1 year. So he's an athlete. He's a guy that can catch a ball.
42 seconds remaining. 10th play of a well-orchestrated Eric Kramer Chicago Bear drive. Robert Green. Touchdown! And a flag has been thrown. Marker is down. Face mask the call. Chicago has taken the lead with 38 seconds left. Did you like the call?
I'd rather run it in there than throw it, and I think they got in trouble earlier when they were doing that.
Personal foul, face mask by the defense, number 51. Touchdown. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Sticking it right at him, running at him. Nice job of leaning and sticking the ball over there, Robert Green. You notice he didn't come in there with the rookie back. He came back with the old veteran. Got a hold of his cage. And that's better than trying to trick him and throw it down there.
Big extra point now by Kevin Butler. With 38 seconds remaining here at Soldier Field in Chicago, the Bears lead it by 3. Gedney the hold and Butler the boot. It's 31-27 Chicago. Jerry, that is our 6th lead change of the game and the 4th lead change of the 4th quarter.
Well, the Panthers have put up a real good fight. On the last drive, they had to stop him. You don't play, you don't play the field. You got to play and keep them outside like we tried to show you on that 31-32 yard line. They got in trouble.
Now, if you're Carolina, what are you telling your rookie quarterback, Kerry Collins, down by 4?
You go up and you tell him we got him right where we want him. You're right where you want to be. You got 38 seconds, and this is the National Football League. We're going to go down. We're going to throw 2 outs, and then we're going to put it in the end zone.
Kramer on the drive was 4 of 6, but when it came time to put it in, they went to Robert Green, the former Redskin.
And Green's body doesn't get in. He never he reaches and stretches. He breaks that plane right there, and that's a touchdown. That's why Robert Green's in there and not the rookie. The veterans know how to play pro football.
Because of the face mask on the touchdown, there is a penalty assessed Carolina. So the ball is moved up for Chicago, kicking off now at the 45-yard line. And Kevin Butler, not the rookie Sauerbrunn, but Kevin Butler will be kicking off.
Well, they don't want any more sour kicks, so they put the old Butler in there, and he's so close that he'll be able to put it in the end zone.
And a crosswind for Butler to deal with. Benote and Stone are inside the 5 for Carolina. And a good kick by Butler. This will be out of the end zone.
The crowd is cheering. They don't realize he kicked it from the 45.
Nonetheless, they begin at their 20.
Yep.
And they've got 38 seconds with which to work, speaking of the expansion Panthers.
From Texas Stadium in the 4th quarter.
And here comes Kerry Collins, who has really had a pretty good afternoon, including a 66-yard touchdown pass to Mark Carrier. These are the times you see what these young quarterbacks are made of.
Got to spread the field. Young linemen got to block when they know their rush is coming on. They'll probably go to the 3-down linemen, talking about the Bears, with Theory moving around in different spots. They're lining straight up in the 4-down linemen. Now, those zone dog you too, the Bears will hear you. They'll try to trick this young guy.
On the 20-yard line, and 4 receivers deployed. Collins with the 1st and 10 hit. And throws the pass, which is caught by Vince Workman. And Workman digs his way to the 25. Kevin Minifield chased him from behind. Timeouts remaining. Carolina will take their final timeout right there. They are out. The clock is at 29 seconds. 31-27 Chicago.
Collins will realize that everything won't be perfect. You can't throw that to the back over the middle. This is not practice. We don't have time for a perfect play. Remember earlier I said don't throw if the guy looks covered. In this situation, throw it even if the guy looks covered and hope for a big play. There's your player of the game. Miller Lite, player of the game.
On his 21st birthday, Rashaan Salam gaining over 100 yards. The first 100-yard effort against Carolina. 105 for the Heisman Trophy winner, Rashaan Salam, out of Colorado.
And this will give him confidence, I think, to go on and become what everybody in Chicago They want him to be a full-speed running back, smacking people, and they hadn't seen that yet. And I don't think they've seen enough of him. I think he'll get better at that.
You told me in the pregame you think he is the key to their Chicago success.
He's the key to all he had to do is get his feet going a little bit quicker and finish the play a little bit tougher. Here's the big bend right. All three wideouts to the right.
2nd down and 5 from the 25 for Collins. Moves out of traffic and guns it long. And it's intercepted. Donnell Wolford, with his 3rd pickoff of the year, has just sealed the win for the Chicago Bears on the first interception today for Kerry Collins. Carolina is out of timeout. Chicago can run out the clock and dodge the bullet. Shot at him by Dom Capers, the Carolina coach.
He threw this one. I think you got to get a couple outs before you throw. I thought they'd break one guy to the flat, throw another out, and then go Big Ben in the end zone. Tough here. They got plenty of folks back there. Somebody get out of their shoes. Not enough guys jumping. One guy jumping. You got to get 6 jumping.
So Chicago will have it 1st and 10 from their 36. 21 seconds remaining. One play. They kneel down. Carolina cannot stop the clock. And the Panthers again 4 points down, will not be able to come back and beat the Chicago Bears. Today's game was produced by Jeff Gowan and directed by Andy Kindle. The pregame show was produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. Another lesson learned for young Kerry Collins and for Dave Wannstedt and his Chicago Bears. They stay in the thick of the race in the NFC Central. They go to 3-2. Carolina drops to 0-5 in their initial campaign. Richard Dent comes back. Jerry, it was a big day for him and for Rashaan Salam, 105 yards, and our Miller Lite player of the game in what was a real scare for the Chicago Bears today.
I don't think the back is showing the ability that he has yet. I think he'll get feeling better about being in there. He'll feel better. His teammates will like him better. I think he's quicker than what he's shown. I think he's still trying to read and figure it out. And as he plays more, he'll get quicker and faster and slam it at you even better than what he did today.
I told you before that Walter Payton has been talking with him, and the influence of Dent. We talked about Richard Dent, his return on a young player like Salam, on a young player like Flanagan. Richard Dent's presence may have a nice effect on a Chicago team that is trying to find some identity.
Flanagan told us he's the first time they ever had a player stand up in a meeting and get everybody's attention, tell them what they better do this week against an expansion team.
So now for Jerry Glanville, Kevin Harlan saying so long. Chicago comes from behind to beat Carolina 31-27. Fox NFL Sunday postgame continues after these messages.